from hell.
Ric Flair, invite me to your house.
No, you don't want to go to Ric Flair's house. He gonna be styling and profiling, limousine riding.
Okay, I'm rolling, I'm riding, rolling, I'm flexing while driving, rolling, ride. You know when I come through, rolling, there best be no problem, rolling,
Remember when we got that tequila from Mexico and we used to call it God water?
Yeah, because it was.
It was so good.
It was God water.
Yeah.
Straight from the heavens.
I promise you, we get through this Uno Mas bottle, we'll drink something closer to God water.
Yeah.
I'll bring the Rancho.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I do want to try the Rancho. No, I've tried the Rancho.
It.
Okay,
you loved it.
I need a pretty bottle to send to my grandma. Look what I got from my friend, Granny.
He's like a child.
Here's some fucking tequila. Enjoy that heart rate.
Fair. We are going to get through all of this other stuff, but tequila seems to be the go-to.
Yeah.
I mean, we do seem to
We
go
have a
with
lot of tequila. I want to try the Jordan tequila. I really do.
Well, you know.
What's the name?
Cincoro.
Cincoro, yeah.
5 gold is what it stands for.
The GOAT, baby.
I was going to say, maybe when we
goodness.
have our goat conversation, which we are going to do tonight, maybe we should crack open that. I don't want to do the shots. I want to do the repo, and we sip it.
Okay, fair enough.
Sip it and talk about it.
You want to sip some tequila?
I mean, why not? I love tequila.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's perfect for the GOAT conversation, as a matter of fact.
When we
Drinking
get there,
the GOAT's tequila.
when we get there, we'll take a break, and we'll set up differently and have some goat tequila and talk about goats.
I'm good with it, man.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Oh, so you missed the show. The show.
It was so good.
It was so hot.
You guys are determined to break my heart right now. That's what this is. You're determined to break my heart.
Dude, it was so freaking hot in the pit. It was.
To be clear, we're talking about the Jellyroll concert.
Yes.
That's what I missed.
At the amp, it was amazing, dude. And I haven't been to a concert in the pit ever, but it was pretty cool.
And I wouldn't do the pit.
It was miserably hot. Like I don't think I would do the pit again.
I will never do the pit again. My toes still hurt. And it's what, 3 days later?
She wore boots.
Okay.
Well, that's half your problem.
Okay, but let me tell you, both of you know me, and people that are watching probably don't know me as well. Boots are my go-to. I wear boots out to everywhere. So if it was a choice between some sandals that I never wear or boots that I always wear, I'm going to wear the boots because my feet are used to them.
You and your mom are hillbillies. This is a house of learning doctors.
You know what I love about being a guy? I will wear tennis shoes to a meeting in the office.
And then mow his yard in them.
I will wear tennis shoes to mow the yard. I will wear tennis shoes to a concert. I will wear tennis shoes to a sales meeting. It doesn't matter. I will wear tennis shoes everywhere.
Yeah, well, when you're a girl, tennis shoes don't match everything.
Oh, they do.
No, they don't.
You know when I wear boots? Funerals and weddings.
You know when I wear boots? I don't own a pair.
Boots are expensive.
Yeah, expensive as fuck.
That's why you get a good pair and you wear them until you wear them out, and then you get another pair.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, go ahead, man. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure Jellyroll had boots on too, which was crazy because he had on. He's a big dude anyway, man, but he had on like a t-shirt and then a big overshirt and jeans, and I'm like, bro,
how are you not dying?
You are not.
I'm sure he was dying.
Dude, had to be.
It was awful. Like, it was so hot. We saw 2 people go down at the concert. They were screaming medic. One, we were standing in line waiting to get in, and someone went down and they were screaming medic. And then one, we were in the pit. The concert hadn't even started yet. We were all just sitting there waiting for everything to start. And one person went down there too. It was insanely hot.
It is really cool to see what he does with his shows though, because like you think like, oh, Jellyroll is gonna be a show. Like it's like an event, bro. And he's really, really like spreading some positive stuff. You know what I mean? So it's kind of dope to see. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, he put on one of the best Rogan podcasts I've ever heard.
I still haven't heard it.
It is such a great podcast. I would go back even now and listen to it. It's really, really good.
I'm going to check it out.
I had 6 row seats.
You had what?
I wasn't going to have to be in the VIP.
Oh, you were
going
to be in the chairs.
I was going to be in the chairs. under the shade.
Oh,
Dude.
man.
I had,
There was this
I had
guy.
the best freaking seats in the house that were not the pits.
What was that guy's name? Something Matthew Myers. Josh Matthew
Josh
Myers.
Adam Myers.
Josh Adam Myers.
He was
That
the host.
guy.
The best host.
So fucking
ever.
funny, bro. He's a comedian, and Jellyroll hired him to come out and MC the show and basically get everyone fired up. So like he was like, he came out and he's like, "You right there, motherfucker! You're tall as shit. Why are you in the front?" And just like,
Oh, and he nicknamed him Big Sexy
Yeah, he
for
kept
the
calling him-
entire show. So he was like singing to Big Sexy, and then there was
Dude.
another one that was in there,
he called
and
him
it was
Razor Blade.
I don't remember that one.
There was some guy who was in the seats, but he was like, "Crazy people in the pit." He's like, "Rich motherfuckers in the seats up here under the shade." And he's like, "My lawn, poor people." And I was like, dude, it was funny, man.
It was definitely a great show. And like even his openers, like I am now in love with Caitlin Curtis. I had not heard of her before this.
I like her also.
I'm in love with her now. Like she is amazing. Like, oh my goodness.
I guess I'm gonna have to check her out. All I saw that was opening for him was
Struggle Jennings.
Struggle
Yeah.
Jennings.
He was really good
He's really
too.
good,
I
too.
checked him out on Spotify before the concert.
Okay, so
Alligator
do you know
boots.
the girl that sings with him? That's Caitlin Curtis.
Okay.
They have
She's
a song.
amazing.
Struggle Jennings and that girl have a song that just went gold, I think.
Is it God We Need You Now?
I think so, yeah. That one where she just killed it at the end. That was
I don't know if it's that
fucking
that
nuts.
exact one. There's two of them that I was listening to yesterday. One was God We Need You Now, and there's another one that I can't remember the name of, but they're so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to a couple of his. I was so excited to go, and let me tell you, the trade-off for junior high football to watch my daughter cheer.
Was amazing.
was
Junior
great.
high football was not an amp concert, no matter who it is,
Fair enough.
True.
and in particular was the only enjoyable part was that I got to watch Eliana cheer for the first time ever in a sports setting, not a competition cheer, which we all do all the time.
Yeah.
They're very, very different. Sideline cheer is so different. I do remember it from playing sports. But having a daughter do it, it was different. And so I'm glad that I did not miss it. But man, I really wish I had been able to go to that concert.
But the amount of dad points that you got
Yeah.
from going to that instead of the concert,
Yep.
like that's got to be out like sky high.
You did miss out on a free album. We got
You did.
everyone walking out the door. That's vinyl. That's a vinyl record.
Dude.
Walmart bought 10,000 of them because there was 10,000 people there. And they gave them to everyone who walked out that door.
Mm-hmm.
And then what Jellyroll said, he was like, "This is crazy," because he's like, "I'm trailer trash." He's like, "My record's in Walmart." And he was like, "Walmart bought 10,000 of these and they're giving them to all y'all." He's like, and this great fucking pure-hearted motherfucker donated all the money to his charity. And I'm like, good Lord, you're such a perfect person.
I mean, he really, you've got to watch that Rogan podcast. You have to.
Yeah.
He really is such a good dude. And
was
he
a great
talks
show.
about the album. He talks about how he came up with the idea to create that particular album. And the creative process that he went through is so inspiring. I'm just telling you. It's
I watched
really,
his
really-
documentary on Peacock. It was amazing. And I'm just like, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
loved him ever since heard. I saw him coming. I heard the song on the radio, but until I watched Rogan, I was just like, he's just another artist.
Yeah, he's not.
And he's
No.
not.
He's definitely not just an artist.
He tours like prisons and gives talks and not like the "you guys need to straighten up" shit. Like, but like hey man, I've
real
been
talk.
here.
I've been
Yeah.
where you've been. Yeah, I know all about it on Rogan.
It's really cool. You should watch
gotta-
his documentary.
I will.
Oh, and
I
the
will.
day-
Where is it? Peacock.
Peacock. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I've got-
no. Yeah. Dang it. I think it's either Peacock or Hulu. I think it's Peacock, bro.
Okay.
One of
I've
the
got
two.
I've got
at
Peacock
least.
for sure.
I'll give you my
sign up
login.
for Hulu.
He was even at Walmart in one of the Walmarts here locally
Mm-hmm.
the day of the concert, and he was just like walking around Walmart talking to fans and pictures and like how he's just a real dude.
The
Like
one day I didn't need any fucking detergent. You know what I
I
mean?
know the one time I don't need to go to well. Let's be honest, I don't go to Walmart. I order delivery for
She
everything.
delivered. I hate the
Fair.
world.
That's fair.
Dude, she has our laundry delivered. Like she'll be like, I don't feel like doing laundry this week. She'll be like, I'm gonna call the laundry people, and I'm like, it's not very expensive, so I'm like, cool.
I'm just gonna say, all respect to Jess. She works a job. She goes to school. She raises kids. She takes care of you. I would send the laundry out too.
I know what the jobs are.
And maybe one day, if you would ever learn how to do laundry, then maybe I wouldn't have to send it out.
I did laundry today. I'll have
But
you
I'm
know.
also going to respect to Travis because the job that he does outside of this, I don't fucking want any part of when it's 116 degrees of
It's no problem.
of heat.
What's a little heat stroke?
I respect you. I respect you guys so much for all the stuff that you do. I'm not even kidding.
Aw,
We
Tim.
suck. We suck.
Thanks.
It's no problem.
No, I love you guys. So
So speaking of the Jellyroll God, I'm about to take her to Nashville this weekend. I'm pumped.
I'm so excited. Well, okay. It's really me taking you because.
Oh, you're actually taking me this time. That's pretty cool.
Yes. So the story that I was telling you about earlier was, so we have been together since 2007.
Long time.
And in that year, 2007, we were supposed to be a Nashville trip. And it was me and my friend. And she was like, hey, we should go to Nashville. I was like, yeah, that's cool. So I told Travis, like, hey, babe, we're all going to go to Nashville. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. But then, like, about a week before the trip, my friend's like, I'm so ready for our girls' trip. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, fuck me, huh?
it's a girls'
I got
trip.
I got uninvited.
I did. I uninvited it. I did it in the nicest way possible.
I don't even remember how you uninvited me.
I don't either because it was like it was really hard for me to be like, babe, you can't come. Like, so
You know what's hilarious?
yeah.
If she would have done it to me, like this year, she's like, "Hey, there was a trip and you were supposed to go, but you're not gonna." I'm like, "Fucking good, good." But I was like torn in half. I'm like, just
He was
put
so
my-
butthurt about it, bro. So butthurt about it. And I felt so bad. And it's been a thing like 16 years later. Now I'm finally taking him to Nashville. And he's like, well, am I still going?
It's kind of fun
yes,
to
you're
just.
still going.
It's kind of fun to just harass her about it.
it's great to hear that. It's great to hear what he just said because Tammy and I were just having a conversation. And she was like, my friend, I can't even remember which of her friends, wants to do a girls' trip to Branson. And I think we're going to go do this. And then my other friend wants to do a girls' trip the next weekend after. And I was like, go! Please! I love you. But get the fuck out of here. Go do your girls'
No,
trip.
you go right ahead. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Tim's gonna get his controller, be like, "Let's go, boys!"
I mean, the thing for me really is like we get our time. You and I do stuff. The three of us do stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's another person who works hard, has taken care of her kids and gone to school. And I'm like, go celebrate your life. Celebrate it with me some.
Yeah.
But go do things that you enjoy that I might not.
Mm-hmm.
And girls' trips are important for girls. And so
I think that comes with age a little bit too. 'Cause
Yeah.
like
We used to never do things apart. Like we would
Yeah.
not go on, he would not go on boys' nights, boys' trips, nothing. And same with me, no girls' nights, no girls' trips. It was like, if both of us can't be there, we're not going. And it's been like in the last few years that we've been like, we actually probably should start doing things on our own.
we have so much FOMO when you're younger too.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I can miss something greater. Like maybe she'll suck a dick and
so did you tell her that
no.
you didn't tell her about? Okay. Never mind.
Well, y'all don't tell me anything, so it's fine. I don't even
know
get
what?
introductions ever. I didn't get an introduction again tonight.
You don't
Like,
need an introduction. They already know who you are.
But hold on a second. You really are just part of the podcast. Do I sit here and go, welcome to Don't Read the Comments. This is Travis Ford and I'm Tim Neal. We don't introduce ourselves.
You just belong.
That's
and
true.
now you're just here and you're part of it. You're probably a permanent part of it, even if you don't want to be. So everybody, for the one time, this is Jessie Ford,
Hello.
Travis's wife.
I finally got an introduction.
We were gonna try
I'm
to
so-
work her up a cool nickname, but
we got a cool nickname last week, Tits and Tats.
true.
I'm TNT. What's up?
But
I'm gonna
that's
put a
it.
thing
You're-
where I freeze frame. You go. Ding.
that's it. From now on, it's just the Don't Read the Comments podcast. And if you're not here, it's because you chose not to be here.
That's
true.
right.
You're never getting introduced again.
Ever.
Okay. I just wanted one time. Can I have just one time of being introduced? Thank
Just
you.
give her the
done.
fucking freeze frame already.
I told you from the beginning, this is the girl that you're just going to put on the picture-in-picture. And she's just always going to be on the screen.
We're just using you. It's fine.
That's fine. I'm used to that.
So I want to we're staying there. What not the Grand Opry. What the hell are we staying at? It's the Opry Resort.
Opryland Resort, in Nashville.
Don't murder us. I'm gonna release this after we leave. That guy said something about Jordan Walsh. I'm gonna kill him.
That was me. And I'm not going anywhere. Jordan Walsh, you can come straight to Fayetteville, Arkansas. You know where to find me. Oh, wait.
Oh, talking shit like fantasy football, baby.
Well, I was thinking completely differently there. Too
What are you
much
thinking?
man, not enough backbone like Conor McGregor doesn't have enough leg bone.
That's fair.
Oh.
Hey, he's got a titanium rod in there now.
Hey, watch out.
Wait, is that
Out.
fair,
Talking
then?
bad about Conor McGregor on this one. He might throw a Coke at you.
I didn't throw a Coke at you.
It was a rum and Coke all over my kitchen.
You bet against my guy. First off.
And I won.
Okay. But
All
he
that
took the fight on 3 days' notice. Fuck you. Don't you dare talk about him.
is it fair for him to fight with titanium in his leg now?
I heard
Does
it
kick that much harder.
I heard it doesn't make you kick harder, but I heard whenever you're the person that has it, it hurts you more to kick.
Oh.
So that's intriguing to me. Did you get a titanium thing in your leg or anything?
So I have screws in my knee. They're not titanium, I don't think.
Was it your knee that broke?
Everything broke.
Shit.
From the knee to the ankle, nothing in there is original anymore except the bone.
Could you imagine that happening from a fight and then you're like, I'm gonna go do it again? Like, what?
Well, what's hilarious, I bounced after this happened. I was a bouncer after this happened. And I had one person who was like, well, can you feel anything with that? I was like, here's the deal. You can hit me with a baseball bat right now, and you'd better run because I'm not going to feel it. I have no feeling from my knee down. I'm not going to feel it. And so unless it's broken, I'm going to be running after you.
I'm gonna try to catch you.
I'm going to kill you.
I may not feel it, but I can see it, and you're fucked, okay?
I'm about to tase the shit out of you. Why don't bouncers have tasers?
That's a great question.
Seriously.
Probably because you'd hit somebody with a pacemaker or something to kill
yeah.
them.
Too much of a liability,
But punching him in the fucking face is better?
I mean, you don't typically have to punch somebody in the face.
You just
that
grab
often.
them
I
and
did
you're
it for a couple of years. I threw a guy across the building once. I never punched anybody.
Gave him that Clark Kent treatment.
The Clark
Kind
Kent.
of, dude. So listen, he's holding a beer in his hand, and I'm like, you got to go. He broke something in the bar, and I'm like, you got to go. We don't let people who break our shit stay. And he goes, I'm gonna finish my beer.
The fuck you are.
So I took the beer right out of his hand. I just grabbed it and threw it in the trash and said, finished. And he goes, what the fuck? And I grabbed him behind the neck, and I just slung him. I slung him toward the door, and he just went sliding across the floor. He hit the wall. And then our friend Brian grabbed him and took him out the door from there. So
you just little boy people the whole day. Come here, you little fucker. Like,
basically.
But they're drunk, so
I
it's
never
easier,
actually had
right?
to throw a punch that I remember. Now I grabbed some dudes, grabbed them in various locks and dragged them outdoors and stuff. But for the most part, like actual fighting, throwing a punch, not so.
So no one ever punched you in the face?
No one ever punched me in the face.
I feel like I wouldn't want to be a bouncer.
I feel like
I
if
did have
someone
a guy
punched him
who
in the
was-
face, he would have punched them back.
Yeah.
I had a guy who was about 6'2". I'm only 5'11". Like Travis is not 5'11".
No, he's not.
I'm like 5'8".
But
You're 5'9" with your hair.
That's fair.
but I had this guy's about 6'2", and he's like, you may be a bouncer, but I'm a boxer. And he was kind of skinny. I mean, he was fit, and I was big, but 5'11". And his friend grabbed him by the arm and goes, you don't want any of that. And he took him out the front door. So then one night later on, he's talking trash at JJ's. And Brian calls me and goes, this guy, you remember him? He's over here talking trash at JJ's. So I drove over to JJ's with Brian, and we confronted him right there. Like, oh, he was saying like, yeah, I kicked the ass of like 3 of the Bentleys bouncers. I kicked their ass right there at Bentley's, left them in the parking lot. So we walked up to him at JJ's, and we're like, so you did what to the bouncers at Bentley's? And he's like, nothing, man. Nothing. It was the funniest moment because he was apparently just letting everybody know. And then as soon as we walked up to him, I was still in bouncer mode at that point, still big and muscular and whatever.
You and Brian are 16 Jaeger bombs deep.
Primed and ready to go.
You can take a lot on 12 to 16 Jaeger bombs. I mean,
It won't hurt today.
It's basically crack.
it'll hurt tomorrow.
We've been smoking crack since yesterday, motherfucker.
Let's go.
Needless to say, it was just funny. It was just funny because he was so like, I'm a badass and I'm a boxer and all this stuff. And then when you confront him, he's like, oh, I didn't say that, guys. I don't know where that came from.
I will say, I would be scared to be a bouncer nowadays because of everybody who's got fucking MMA training. Like, if you see a guy with fucked up ears, I'd probably avoid that guy.
Like, sir, could you please leave the building?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's be fair. I mean, those guys were in the bar. Those guys came in the bar. They do still. They're not the guys who are starting the fight.
That's fair. Usually, the motherfuckers who know how to fight or avoid drama.
The best story probably that I have from bouncing is we had, I think, 5 guys who served in the Marines. They came in the door, and they were like, "Listen, we're just here to talk our fantasy football, and we don't want, we're not going to cause any trouble, but we do like to drink pretty hard." And they were very upfront with us. And there was a very disrespectful kind of redneck fellow who came in. He's in flannel and has a scruffy ass beard. Looks like any guy off the farm. And for whatever reason that night, he chose to pick a fight with these Marine guys.
He chose violence.
He chose violence. He walked by their table and made comments, and they were largely ignoring him.
I could see him walking. He's like, "What's up, Susie? You want to fucking rumble?"
And he talked kind of like that. Like, I'm not even joking.
We'll fill this whole street with uppercut.
And so at one point, and we're talking Bentleys here, so you guys have been there.
Yeah.
At one point, whatever he said made one of these guys like really angry. And I have no idea what he said. I know I was about 20 feet away, and I saw him get picked up in the air. And we're talking Undertaker choke slam onto the table. Like, he went through the table. And the Marine guy jumps on him and just starts wailing like ground and pound. And I jump on the Marine guy and I get my hands under his shoulders and I just lean back. Now I'm weighing 280 pounds. It's not that I could take this guy. I had no delusions, but I just needed to pull him off of this little skinny redneck guy that had no business in this fight. And so I got a hold of him and I locked my hands behind his neck and I'm holding on for dear life. And he actually turns back to me and goes, "I'm good, man. I'll stop." I mean, he totally was in control. He didn't lose control. He was like, "I'm good, man. I'll stop. I'll back off." And so I let go of him.
That little redneck guy is now known as Bryce Mitchell in the UFC.
The little redneck guy went out on the sidewalk. We got him out the door. And this is the American Idol example of fighting. He got out on the sidewalk. He turns to his buddy. He's like, "Yeah, but I kicked his ass, didn't I?" and his buddy,
bleeding everywhere.
His buddy, true to form, instead of saying, "No, you can't sing," his buddy goes, "Yeah, man, you got him."
No, he did not. He goes,
"Yeah, he did."
He goes, "Hell yeah, brother, you fucked him up."
He did. He's like, "Yeah, man, you got him. You really took him right there." And I was like, I said to him, if by got him, you mean you got slammed through a table and beat up on the floor, then yeah, man, you got him. Yeah.
The Marines are giving him the deadly death drop through the fucking table.
I mean, we had to kick everybody out for fighting, but they actually were the coolest guys. And very much respect to the guy who didn't turn around and fight me for pulling him off, because he would have whipped my ass for sure. But he, literally turned around. He's just like, "Okay, I'm calm. I'll back off."
I've been choked up by a Marine. It's not a good time.
That's what I was scared. I wasn't scared of the redneck guy. I was scared of the Marine. I was like, "Please just don't fight me. Please just back off of this guy."
Dude, there was a fight at our old house, and I didn't know it was going to happen. And one of my best friends ever, Clay, this guy, he died now, but walked up behind me and got me in a chokehold, and I'm dragging my fucking heels. And I was like, "Oh, fuck me, what's going on?" And then one of our other buddies just starts whooping another dude's fucking ass, and my buddy Clay's dragging me. He's like, "It needs to happen. It needs to happen. Sorry, man." I was like, "What the fuck?" And I got done. I was like, "Dude, you could have just told me. Like, it's all good."
You didn't have to choke
fucking
me.
choke me out, man. Like, I was trying to break it up, And he's like, No, it needs to happen. I was like, "That's reasonable," but you could have been like, "Hey, bro, our buddy's supposed to kick his ass," and I'd been like, "All right."
All right. Cool.
You want to have a fire after? Or?
You want to go drink a beer?
Oh, we drank plenty of beers that night, I promise.
Oh, man.
No, one of these. I'm surprised that like our bonfires didn't just like turn into Fortnite shootouts. You know what I mean?
If half of us would have had guns,
Reasonable.
it would have. But I
Yeah.
think that's why no one brought guns to the
feel like-
bonfire.
Well, if you had the guns that are in Fortnite this season, you would have all missed each other anyway because they are such garbage.
Oh, I like the rocket
Chapter
thing.
4, Season 4 guns, the SMG, the
I will
SMG's
tell
bad.
you,
the AR,
though,
they are garbage. The rocket thing is fun, I get it, but there's no aiming that motherfucker.
No, it's so hard, dude.
my favorite this season is the infiltrator pump shotgun. Like, I've killed so many people with that shotgun.
It's the only good gun they added.
I'm old
love
school,
it.
man. I like the pump.
I like the sniper. I know people,
I
hate
don't
it.
like it
I
this
hate it.
season.
but
It
listen,
is
I
awful.
sat up on the island last night and I watched these two teams fight and I just started picking them off. I had 4 kills from the island picking off guys fighting each other. I love the sniper, but that's not a new weapon.
Yeah.
The new weapons, the twin mag AR sucks.
Yeah.
I've killed quite a few people with those.
I have
though,
too,
It's
but I
like-
still don't like it.
The burst SMG sucks.
I had the
hate
first
it.
time I used that twin mag, I was like, poof. I was like, oh, you got to keep pressing it. I was like, okay, touche. What the fuck? This is weird. But I'm trying to figure it out, but it's still really difficult. I'll tell you what, I'm kicking some ass this season. I've won 5 out of probably 15 games. So, like, I'm not doing too bad. Probably 20, 25 games. Don't let me lie to you. I play that shit a lot.
I don't play solos anymore.
I've
play
been
so many
playing I've been playing the ranked 0 build, so until it goes away. And I had a match yesterday. I had 18 kills in that
Nice.
match. I was like,
My
killing
lobbies were not like that.
everybody,
She
bro.
moved from unranked to bronze level 1 with 18 kills.
Excuse
what
me.
I hate about
Excuse me.
I got to platinum 1 last season.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of the ranking system.
Oh, it's terrible because I'm still on bronze 3 and I kill like
You called
10
it.
plus people every round. And I'm like, how am I not gold at
I
this
got-
point? Like,
last season. I did exactly. I had crown wins, 3 crown wins back to back with a minimum of 8 kills in each one, but I had 12 in one.
Damn.
And I was on bronze 3 with crown victories back to back to back. And
Yeah,
I was just
the
like, this
ranking
is
is
so stupid.
crazy.
12 kills does not happen in my lobbies.
I promise you, my kill
Well,
to death
play
ratio
ranked.
is really high right now, and how I'm still bronze 3 is fucking insane. Like it's, I haven't played that many. I don't play as much as he does, but like my kill to death ratio is up there, and I'm like, this ranking is bullshit.
When you play ranked, you start out with nothing. You start out in everybody's an unranked person. So if someone's ranked, they're not in your lobbies.
Okay. I like
So
the
as
new.
as you rank up, you get harder and harder. You'll get to the same as your current lobbies and pubs. But when you start ranked, you will have the easy. You'll probably get 20 kills your first unranked.
I like the new POIs a lot. But it's hard as fuck though, man. Like to land in one of those places, you literally have to land, get some guns, and hide, and just let everyone take everyone out. And then like the best player left is usually in the vault, and you just got to sneak on him and then get his ass. As long as you can get him, you're good. But me and Sean were playing duos earlier, like ranked duos, and we got fucking mopped. We were just like, "Come on, man!" And Sean was like, "Oh,
Oh yeah, he
you
was
know,
fucking dying. I bet.
Yeah, dude. Earlier, Sean's one of Sean's funny ticks is when he does something crazy in Fortnite. He goes, "Damn," and I'm like,
So glad I was not here for
and
that.
I'm like, I'll allow it. We were playing creative earlier, and he got all pissed, and he's like, "I want to curse so bad right now." I was like, "Well, mommy's not here. Give her hell." And he's like,
God.
"Motherfucker!" Like,
So then I get back from cheer and he's still in fucking curse mode.
He was.
And he goes, "God damn it!" And I was like,
No.
"Excuse me."
Which I told him, I was like, "Hey, that's the worst curse word. Don't say that word." Yeah. But he, like, what was funny was the context of why he said GD. He was talking to Lakin. For whatever reason, Lakin had these little gold chocolate coins. And he was just fucking around and said, like, Lakin was trying to charge him money because my kid's a hustler. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Lakin was like, "Oh, that'll be $1." I was like, "Those cost like 10 cents." And Lakin was like, 10 cents then. Sean's like, give me a chocolate coin, god damn it. But like said it fucking around.
And I'm like, what?
And she's like, excuse me. And I was like, dude, stop.
Because daddy then gets in trouble.
I was like,
Exactly.
you're going to get us in trouble, man. Stop it.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is why the whole daddy will let you cuss when mommy's not around thing doesn't work, because he don't know how to turn it off.
I let him cuss when we're gaming and he gets killed because he doesn't know how to express himself any other way.
Yeah, but they can't turn it off.
They don't know how to turn it off.
No, they like to capitalize on it. I used to let him drive. When we would be driving in my truck, I'm like, you guys can curse. It's free. It's free zone in here. Give her hell. And they would just, like Lakin and Sean was like, motherfucker, bitch, pussy, dick, asshole, motherfucker. I'm like, dude. Okay, unnecessary. Y'all doing too much.
I had to have that conversation too.
Yeah.
I was like, listen.
Curse when you're mad, when you stub your toe.
If something happens and you're hurt.
Yeah, reasonable.
Listen, I went to a private school. I rolled my ankle playing basketball. The pastor of the church that ran the school was the basketball coach.
Freaking crap.
No. I came down on this guy's foot. I rolled my ankle. I'm rolling across the floor, and I'm just like, fuck, motherfucker, fucking shit. Oh, my fucking God. The pastor, normally in this church, if you did something like that, you're suspended from the school. You're standing in front of the church apologizing. You're standing in front of the entire student body apologizing.
I've been
I
there.
think he knew. Like I went to the doctor, to the hospital, had my ankle x-rayed and everything. I think he knew. Like, if you're hurting that bad, we're just not going to punish you. And I did not get punished for that. And so I tried that with my daughter. I'm like, if you're hurt or you need to vent some very bad frustration or anger, just go ahead and say the words and get it over with. It's not like you don't know them. Mm-hmm. You know them, so say them.
What's super funny is when they say it and it makes perfect sense, and you're like, yeah.
Touché.
Yeah, well, so then it became exactly what you described, though. So then she's just sitting there and she's like, bitch. Fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now you're just saying it.
Yeah, quit.
You're just saying it because you can say it. And in that case, you can't
Exactly.
say it. I don't want to hear it anymore.
So I do know, like, Travis, we were having an issue with Sean not being able to lose. He was a very sore loser at Fortnite. So he
Still
doesn't
is.
play Fortnite as much because he knows he gets really fucking mad. So I was like, dude.
What's that, Mom?
Nothing. So Travis did tell him, like, look, if it will keep you from crying for hours on end, you can scream one word if you lose. If you lose, you can say, fuck!
But it's like Kevin Hart.
And then it's done.
Like,
but then you tell him, just like, yeah, you can go to school. My mama told me to tell you.
Mind your motherfucking business, bitch.
And in reality, that's not what she said.
Mind your damn motherfucking business, bitch.
And it doesn't matter how much restriction you put on it. Like at the point that you let them.
Yeah.
Like they go to school and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's one
Yeah.
time.
And it's like,
too.
you can't say that at
Yeah.
school. I said you could say it at my house when you were frustrated or hurt.
Or when you're singing.
But
There's
Fair enough.
some things
Yeah.
like when you're singing a song and it comes out, it's like, oh
no,
okay.
For the longest time, I only made her listen to Spotify edited. Like I edited out.
She used to play Kids Bop in our car. And I was
did.
like, oh, kill me.
And then Eliana figured out how to get into the settings, and she's like, "Fuck this!
I'm not edited.
No more editing for
Quit
me."
censoring me.
And I'm like, "Well, I can't stop you at that point because you know the password and you know how to get to the settings and you know how to turn on the bad words. So whatever."
See, and I think, okay, so in that same thing, I think us as parents these days have a lot harder time censoring our children.
Absolutely.
Because
The
when
internet.
I was thinking, we were riding in the car today and we had some music playing and like these cuss words were coming on. I was like, why is it that I hear it so much more now when I didn't hear it when I was younger? Like when I was younger, like
They used to
the
play Damn.
non-edited versions, like those were everywhere. But I guess it's because streaming now.
Well, they got
like,
WAP on the fucking radio.
all
now.
we could listen to when we were younger was radio, and radio doesn't play the non-edited versions.
They loosened up the restrictions.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly when it started, but I want to say that it started with South Park.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
It started sometime around the
See, I knew I
time
hated South Park.
came on
I love
television.
South Park.
Eliana loves South
I
Park.
hate South Park.
They can play. Comedy Central can play. Like they got some kind of licenses. They can play fully uncut movies after like 10.
After 10, that whole rule change. Anybody
It's
can.
so awesome.
Anybody can, but the network TV. So your ABC, CBS, NBC cannot. But all your cable channels after 10, like your basic cable channels like Comedy Central and FX and whatever, they can play all the unedited stuff after 10 o'clock.
I mean, that's cool. But
It never happened when we were kids.
no.
Never, ever happened.
You just
So it
gotta
makes
watch
our job as parents a lot fucking
The
harder.
internet
It does.
makes our fucking job as parents a lot harder because everything is out there.
Because even if you edit stuff, you put the parental controls on Sean and Lakin's phones, and they're
Doesn't make a
still
shit.
finding all this shit.
Well,
like,
because your kids can go out to YouTube and go, how do I change the parental controls?
Fair point.
And someone has put it out there for them to see, and they can change it, and they don't ask your permission. They just go change it.
The entire world is too accessible.
yeah.
And it blew me away the first time because I didn't intentionally hide my passcode to my phone from my kids, but I didn't tell them what it was. So it blew me away the first time that Eliana picked up my phone to play games, and I was like, hey, let me put the passcode in. And she goes, oh, I know it.
Because they look over our shoulder and they figure it out.
I didn't intentionally hide it, but I never noticed her noticing it.
yeah.
And
They're
so I'm like,
very
okay, so
perceptive.
They're smarter than we think they are.
They really
They
are.
are.
For sure.
I was talking to my sister the other day, and kids literally are 10 years more advanced at their age now than what we were at their age.
that's not completely true
Why?
because kids today can't read to save their life. And kids, when we were 10 years old, were reading at a better than 10-year-old level.
I just think there's easier ways to find bad shit now.
There's easier. I agree with
You
that. There's
know?
easier ways to find bad shit, but like our education is actually lower than it has been in 20 years right now.
Well,
Yeah.
Because kids are getting dumber on things like TikTok. And listen, we use TikTok. We put our stuff out on TikTok, but kids are getting dumber with stuff on TikTok rather than smarter.
well, the God's honest truth about the internet and iPads and iPhones and all this shit is they're babysitters. They are fucking babysitters.
that we didn't have.
Yeah, it's like to where you get so busy, and this is our fault too, for sure.
For sure.
You get so busy with your own shit, and your kids, like with Sean currently, I like when I see him like on his iPad, I'm like, get the fuck off and go outside. And he's like, why? It's hot. And I'm like, that's reasonable. But at the same time, those are the babysitters of modern day. You know what I mean? And it's fucked up, but that's how the shit is.
Well,
and parents got their own shit going on, and you're like, hey, go watch your iPad, go do your iPhone, go play your PlayStation, whatever, man. I'm busy right now, but we'll do this later. Well, that's our fucking fault because that entire time they're being exposed to all this bullshit.
Well, there's multiple things to that, I think. Number one is we've encouraged families to have two persons working. Like my mom really didn't work when I was a kid. She took care of the family. And if you go back farther than the 70s, if you go back into the 60s and 50s, it was single parent working, one parent at home.
Right.
And today, to make it, both parents have to work. You guys both work.
No, that's
And
fair. Yeah.
even
Tammy and I both work.
and even those two incomes sometimes, most of the time, are not enough.
Not enough.
Honest to
No,
God,
that's
yeah.
number one. Number two, it's not as safe as it was. I can remember being 10 years old and my parents would let me ride my bicycle from the north end of Springdale near Bethel Heights, Cave Springs, to the south end of Springdale. And I didn't worry. Nobody worried that I was getting kidnapped or picked up. Today, your kid wants to go,
I don't let my kids go in the front yard after
Yeah.
dark.
across town.
I freak out
You
if they
don't
go
let
to-
them do it.
Yeah.
And so then what are they supposed to do? Sit at home? Well, you give them an iPad or a PlayStation or
Yeah.
an Xbox because you got to give them doing something.
Yeah.
But it's just not safe. It's not as safe as it was when we
Yeah.
were kids.
It's way harder to monitor. I can save my kid from a fucking pedophile a lot easier than I can save him from someone brainwashing him from the internet.
Can you?
Think about it.
Can you?
You can control where your kid goes.
But you can't control what they see.
You
Yeah.
can't
Most
control
of the
where your
time.
kid goes unless you know where they're going.
I'm the one that takes them.
No, yeah.
You're assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
let's just say, for
our
example-
kids
Let's send your kid
are
down the
younger.
street. Let's send your kid down the street, and someone grabs them and knocks their phone out of their hand, so their phone's on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You don't know where they are.
Fair enough.
You can't protect them from that pedophile.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
you
like,
can
I'm just
protect
saying,
them
like,
from
you
stuff
can
on the
control
internet.
where they go in that aspect, and you can go, hey, you're going here. I know where you're at. I'm gonna fucking be there in a second if I need to be, so on and so forth. But like the stuff on the internet, you cannot stop that. Does that make sense?
I to some degree disagree with you, but I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
There's net nannies and things that you can do to stop things from getting through on the internet.
I feel like maybe I need to do a better job than on that. There's a lot of times where I literally just want to take my kids' phones away.
There are ways to IP filter from your router so that kids can't see stuff. The problem is it takes it away from you.
Fair enough. I think I would be willing to make that sacrifice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Except porn, you can't lose that. You know.
Yeah, no, we're not going that far.
Yeah, we can't lose the porn.
Fortunately,
Only you can take a kid conversation and make it into a porno conversation.
That sounds real fucked up.
Fortunately for you, in Arkansas, your kid has to have a proof of 18 now.
That's right. Thanks,
oh, what is
Pornhub.
it? What is it? A checkbox that says I'm 18 years of age.
No,
Click.
No, it's not.
You didn't hear. You weren't on that. Okay, so
She wasn't here.
Pornhub there's a clip about this. I can't believe you haven't seen it. See how much she supports us. This is terrible.
She wants to be introduced on the podcast. She doesn't watch.
Nah, you're fired. Good job. Get out of here.
You remember what we were talking about? How I'm a mom, a wife, I go to school, I
All
work.
respect is
like,
lost. You don't pay attention to the podcast. All respect is gone.
Killing it.
I'm now disinvited.
You're disowned. No, okay.
It's called
so-
excommunicated.
That's right. Excommunicado. Fucking John Wick.
I am now disinvited from Nashville.
You are John Wick. You
Sorry,
earned it.
babe. This is a guy's trip.
Exactly.
Yeah, finally. Taking Tim. Fuck you.
Payback's a bitch.
We're shooting a podcast out there, and then let's pack all this shit up.
Pack it up.
Let's
We're leaving.
I forgot what I was saying, but that was great. All right, man. Fucking. Let's get into these goats. This goat fucking conversation.
Hold on. We can't do that yet.
We got to do it.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
So what we need to have this conversation, we need a couple of just small glasses, not shots. We're not shooting this.
Why?
If we're gonna have,
We're sipping it, remember?
if we're gonna have the goat conversation, we're gonna have the goat tequila. It's sitting
We are.
right over there.
Oh, it's tequila.
Like,
Let's
we'll
go.
take. You got to
I'm good with
pee?
that.
Let's take a quick break.
Do
good?
you have to pee?
No. I'm a
Miss
man.
Mary Mac over here.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Is he cool?
Is Mary Poppins cool?
Excuse
Yeah,
me,
he's
but
cool.
I did like my mom said, and I went pee before we left the house.
I just pissed my
so-
pants. I have khakis on. It's fine. Fair enough. All right.
So
Fine.
go ahead and pour a little bit in, and let's talk about the greatest basketball player of all time. And the whole
Okay.
reason we're having this conversation is because one day, like a week or so ago,
About that much?
yeah,
Perfect.
just sipping.
Yeah, we're just sipping it. We're sipping
We're
it.
not pouring glasses of it. We're sipping it.
I don't know.
That's fine. The whole point of the conversation, Travis and I were talking about a week ago, and he was like, "Man, I'm so sick of everything being the GOAT." And I was like,
am.
"This is perfect for the podcast.
Yeah.
Like we can sit here and talk about goats." So we're gonna do that. Cincoro tequila. This is Michael Jordan. I think we all agree right now. There is no debate about the greatest basketball player of all time.
Agree.
Agree.
Now I'm going to say something more controversial.
That's why we're here.
Michael Jordan is
I get a little bit on this.
Michael Jordan is the greatest overall basketball player of all time. I don't think there's any argument.
My question with this LeBron Jordan thing is I keep seeing the stats change up to where it's like, they're like, oh, LeBron's done blah, 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 blah. Can you pull up the stats? LeBron versus Jordan. Can you pull them up on the screen? Because I do want to see this. In my
what do
heart,
you wanna see?
I want to see the stats. Stats. LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. Statistics.
It matters what statistics you want to see.
Championships, overall points, rebounds.
Okay, we can have that conversation.
I'm just curious now because I've seen stuff and I'm like in my heart, completely biasedly. Oh, there you go. Jordan is the fucking GOAT, but I grew up on Jordan, stuff like that. Here we go. Hold on one second. Yeah, not as bad though. Here we go. Points per game.
Jordan more
Okay,
points.
Jordan has more points, 30.1 versus God, 27. I mean, that's pretty close.
Rebounds.
He's winning rebounds, assists.
Let's
He's
clear,
winning most of those.
Let's clear up a couple of things about these though.
All right.
Rebounds. LeBron James is 6'10". Jordan is arguably 6'6", but probably closer to 6'4".
That's fair.
And I say that because Ben Affleck just met Michael Jordan when they were doing their movie about him, about his shoe deal, and met him in Vegas. And he was like, dude, there's no way you're 6'6". And Jordan responded to Ben Affleck saying, that makes it more impressive that I did all this at 6'4".
Right.
So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
The number is 6'6", but LeBron James is a power forward. He should get more rebounds.
Real quick, let's try this before it gets
Too
watery.
watered down. Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's it's like a drink.
It's not bad.
Okay, so explaining, LeBron has more rebounds. He's a power forward. He should. Assists.
Fair.
He's asked to play point forward.
Was
kinda
Jordan a
he's
point
asked-
guard?
No.
Power forward?
No.
was
Jordan was a shooting guard.
Okay.
So he was asked, LeBron's asked to play point forward a lot like Scottie Pippen was. Scottie Pippen was a power forward, small forward, power forward, but he was playing the point guard a lot. LeBron is asked to do the same thing, so his assists are higher. Jordan was asked to score. He was asked to win games, so his assists would be lower. I think it's important. Steals. Jordan's steals are higher. He's a defender.
Of course, LeBron's rebounds are higher because he's fucking taller.
Taller, and he plays the position of power forward for the most part.
So people are comparing the GOATs in two different, basically, positions.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it is and it's not. So yes, I agree with you to some extent. Like I was gonna say, you asked for the Jordan versus LeBron stuff, but I was gonna say there's a GOAT best shooter in the league ever.
Yeah.
That's not Jordan.
Who is it?
Steph Curry, hands down.
Fair enough.
Steph Curry is the best
Steph
shooter
Curry
that
is
ever
the
lived.
shit.
I'm not kidding. Best rebounder ever. Take a guess.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman. Right. Jordan was the best overall player.
Right.
I mean, he just was from a point forward position. LeBron James, probably the best. I don't know. Magic Johnson.
That's true.
To be the best player, don't you have to be able to play multiple positions?
Not really in basketball.
Not really in basketball, but I think
I taste peanuts.
you have to
And that shit.
you have to not quit on your team, and you have to not flop. I've watched LeBron have the ball stripped or blocked or whatever, and he just stands there. He doesn't get back on defense. That was something that never happened.
Do you
with a
think
Jordan.
LeBron would be a different player in a different era? Do you think he
Absolutely.
is the way he is now because of the way it is?
Yeah, because he's playing in an age of basketball where it's offense only,
Yeah.
and it is.
It's so hard to compare him at that point, thinking about it like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
agreed. I think he would be different, but I don't think he would be as good. I don't think he credits the rule changes that have allowed him to score the way he scores. Jordan played in an era where you would get tackled.
He was playing man ball. Yeah.
And LeBron is never in danger of getting tackled going to the rim, ever.
Yep. That's crazy. Yeah.
So I think
what other
gives
GOATs
Jordan-
can you think of, man? I know a lot. God, UFC is fucking obsessed. Oh, dude, this makes me want to die. Fucking. So every time that someone beats a new champion, they're like, he just beat the greatest of all time. No, he's the greatest of all time. I'm like, not really.
Well, but could they be same argument? Like
Eras. It's about eras.
eras or weight class? Could you be the greatest welterweight of all time, and could someone else be the greatest heavyweight of all time?
Well, they
and
would
you still
say-
be the great, or are we talking greatest pound for pound?
Well, they would go pound for pound, but like every time that someone wins in each division, right? He's the greatest bantamweight of all time. Sean O'Malley just won the bantamweight championship, right? I'm like, no shit, was it bantamweight? Yeah, bantamweight.
Yeah, it's bantamweight.
Just won the bantamweight championship, and he beat Aljamain Sterling. And then before that, Aljamain Sterling was the best pound for pound, or not pound for pound, the best bantamweight of all time.
That is the point. Like there's
It's stupid.
the greatest.
I feel like it needs to be generational, or I don't know. You can't say it every week.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
every
it's got to
time,
mean
every
something.
time, every time a belt changes hands, it can't be the greatest.
Well, it's like
of all
Anderson
time.
Silva is the greatest of all time in middleweight. He fucking is, straight up. Anderson Silva in UFC, greatest of all time middleweight, and then he got beat.
I don't know.
But Chris Weidman beat Anderson Silva, right? But nobody's matched Anderson Silva's accolades as far as he defended his title 13 times and like 13 title defenses. You know how fucking crazy that is?
And that's the Jordan argument.
So
Right.
Because Jordan has something like 26
Titles.
total trophies. No, not just titles, total trophies.
Right.
The accolades are all there. The MVPs, the conference MVPs, the finals MVPs, the defensive player of the year, and LeBron has something like 14 trophies. So yes, he has the scoring lead, but at the end of the day, Jordan has much more accolades. I don't know what you were about to say, but go with it.
I don't
interrupted, I'm
remember,
sorry.
but something else just popped in my head. But you can cut it if it doesn't work. But
We don't cut you.
I hope we keep it.
hey, could it be compared? Like, I feel like comparative to like football, you've got something like the Heisman, where you get recognized not because you beat someone who was the greatest of all time, but you get recognized because
You're great.
You're the
you're
best of
great.
your time.
Exactly.
That's different.
Like,
That's a trophy for being great. It's not the greatest of all time.
But best of your time is I agree with Travis. Best of your time is probably what gets you in the conversation of greatest of all time.
Yes.
Who's the greatest Heisman winner of all time?
Who's the
Yes.
greatest UFC fighter ever? Do you know? Because I do.
The greatest UFC fighter of all time?
Of all time.
Across all weights.
Yeah, always.
Um,
John Jones.
I actually
disagree.
Do you? Who's the greatest of all time?
thinking
Then?
maybe, but
Not them.
wouldn't one of the
I
Gracies
can't tell
be?
you, but I've watched that fight.
Wouldn't one of the
That fight. It's just, we're talking about an overall portfolio of ass whoop. Fucking John Jones has won every fight he's been in. The only fight he lost was to one guy, and it was by DQ, and they counted that as a loss. But John Jones has beaten everyone from multiple eras. It would be like LeBron James versus fucking Jordan in one-on-one, and then Jordan kicks his ass.
But
and then he plays against Steph Curry and kicks his ass.
Disagree.
And how?
Because
John
LeBron-
Jones has fought multiple eras of multiple fighters and whooped their ass.
Yeah, but
over
did
and
he
over.
fight them in their prime?
Yes, he's fought them in their prime. Did they fight him in his prime? No.
Multiple eras.
Yes, dude. Yeah, he's fighting the new guys coming up. The people are like Cyril Gahn.
Coming up or in their prime?
No. Listen, Cyril Prime. Fuck me up. Cyril Gahn. Okay, John Jones just fought him. John Jones took 3 years off, went to heavyweight, right? Because he was just dominating lightweight.
Pause.
Light heavyweight.
Did he take 3 years off, or was he suspended for performance enhancing drugs?
That was before. That was before. And Coke, no problem. Guy likes to party. Listen, don't let that undermine the fact that he whoops ass on like wholesale ass. All right, seriously, I'm just saying. So Cyril Gahn was just so pumped up to be the next guy, and he was the UFC heavyweight champion. And John Jones came in and whipped his ass in a round.
Okay,
in a round.
Yeah, one round. Choked him out.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Jumping
I would
up weight
say
divisions.
People who are the GOAT to me transcend their sport. You hear their name outside. Like, I didn't watch UFC for years,
Right.
But I know who the Gracies are.
That's fair. They're like UFC 1.
Right. But I'm saying, like, doesn't somebody get credit for?
They're on 300 now.
But doesn't someone get credit for transcending the sport and bringing people to the sport?
Well, Conor McGregor did that.
Conor McGregor might be the greatest.
But he's lost so
Maybe
many
not.
times.
Yeah.
Hey, there's so many like categories to where you could do GOATs, right? You
I-
could do
yeah, that's
But-
my
but I
point.
thought
That's
what-
my whole point.
I thought that's what
Yeah.
this conversation was about. To be the greatest of all time doesn't mean you've never lost, and doesn't mean you like. It means people know you and know how you do your things.
Did
So-
you transcend the sport? That's my point.
Okay, that's okay. So if you're talking about transcending the sport, Conor McGregor will be the greatest of all time. If you're talking about the best fighter who's never lost and the best record, John Jones.
Wouldn't that
Yeah,
be
like
a champion though?
I mean, Conor was a double champion, and then
Like-
John Jones is the current champion.
Like Floyd Mayweather
Yeah.
could be considered the GOAT.
Floyd Mayweather became a pop culture icon though for whooping ass.
Well, but by no means is he ever the GOAT of boxing, really. Because there was nobody more feared than Mike Tyson.
I would say when I think
That's
of GOATs
true.
of boxing, I think of Tyson. I think of Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, but I'm not even sure Muhammad Ali, like Mike Tyson once said, Muhammad Ali had some great sayings. Mike Tyson once said, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Conor McGregor is the Muhammad Ali of UFC.
Who's the Mike Tyson? John Jones?
So Mike Tyson was a goddamn killer.
Yeah, but Tyson only hurt himself. Like by doing crazy shit.
Well, Mike Tyson was crazy.
If he doesn't bite Evander Holyfield's ear off,
That's fair.
I mean,
I was like
he goes
10
on to
when that
win.
happened.
If he doesn't Robin Givens, supposedly. I mean, allegedly.
That's fair.
Allegedly.
That's fair.
If he stays in control of himself and just goes out and fights, there's no conversation. It's the Jordan conversation of boxing. Mike Tyson is the greatest boxer ever, better than Muhammad Ali, better than anybody else.
So now I'm thinking of
his
Conor
crazy
McGregor.
ass life is what tore his boxing.
Then
apart.
maybe McGregor is Tyson.
I'm
Think
asking.
about it.
You watch more UFC.
Think about
than
it.
I
He
do.
starches motherfuckers. He does what he says. He's crazy shit talk. See, I always
It's not that Tyson didn't lose; he lost.
later on,
But he was crazy.
but he was
otherwise
basically a serial killer with a fucking license.
So then does popularity go into the greatest of all time?
Oh, it did for Tom Brady.
Well, no, I completely disagree with that.
You think Tom Brady's the greatest of all time?
No. So a guy, I can't remember who made the comment about Jordan versus LeBron on popularity, but his argument, he said, if you want to shut down the LeBron argument, here's the shutdown. Jordan 6 rings. Jordan never lost in the finals. And number 3 was, you've never heard of anybody getting held up by a gun and have their LeBron stolen. It doesn't matter that LeBron was so popular.
I mean, we're talking about branding
going,
at that point.
And number
but nobody's
4.
nobody's going, hey, I'm taking your LeBrons. But if you were wearing Jordans, they did. They did.
Hold on, and then number 4, who was in the first Space Jam? I mean,
Who was in the second one? Who was in the second one?
Who was in the only
saying.
good one?
exactly.
That's reasonable. The new Space Jam was so stupid. They were getting their asses beat. They were losing by like 100, and LeBron's like, "I got this." It's like, stop it, stop it.
You can't even do that in real life. Bro.
They should have brought Jordan in
Let
on
me
the
tell
second
you,
one.
no
and be
one,
like,
no one can beat technology. Like that's just not a thing. I don't think.
what do you mean?
In the second Space Jam, it was all technology. It was LeBron with the Looney Tunes against technology. They're not going to fucking win.
I didn't even remember that about the second Space Jam. I watched the second Space Jam one time, and I was like,
They're all
Okay.
fucking robots
Well, and it
on
was
the
al-
other
it
team.
was also stupid
they were
because-
against the Monstars in the
now
first
I'm remembering
one.
it. You're right. Yeah, let me try that one. Yeah, you're right. I remember it was about the kid who played the fucking video game.
It was his son.
It was his
Yeah,
son.
LeBron's son.
LeBron's
That's
son.
so stupid.
Yeah, with these players that were digital.
Dad, I designed this video game. No one's gonna give a shit about. Let's put it in Space Jam. Like,
I'm just saying.
so how do we
you
try
pass
that
the-
one?
pass
'Cause we
the
have
Rocco
shit in. Are we gonna dump these out?
I finished mine.
I did not.
Let me finish mine
I
real
poured
quick.
too much.
Then pour it out.
Don't pour
That
it out.
sounds like a
Here's a
lot.
cup if you
It's a
want to pour it out.
$160 bottle. Where you gonna pour it out?
Don't pour it out. Drink it. Pussy. Calling
It
you
tastes
out.
good. I mean, that's a smooth tequila.
I
honestly,
literally
It
have
is
been
good, but I
sitting
got
here.
a lot of ice in this motherfucker.
I've been sitting here sipping on it. And it's
I
fine.
get a fucking peanut flavor out of this. It's so weird.
okay.
I don't know. No, it's not bad. It's just different.
I tasted kind of a chocolate flavor.
Is
out
this
of it.
the
I
one
don't
I'm
know.
supposed to try?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's not bad though. It's so weird. This is a very different deal.
Just finish it.
kinda
You want
fucked
some
up.
salt to help you out? There, pudding.
Why you always bullying me, man?
I like to bully
Why you
you.
bully me? Why
Okay,
you bully me?
Because you bully me.
From
Never mind.
from Jordan
Never mind.
from Jordan LeBron to UFC to actually because you brought this up.
Don't do it, 'cause I have three answers.
Because you brought this up about eras. How much do you know about baseball?
I'm out.
I know that Mark McGuire is the greatest steroid player of all time.
Is he? I don't know that he is.
I don't know, man. Dude. You remember
Barry
that?
Bonds.
Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire. Who was the third guy?
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa. Oh, Sammy. Oh, poor Sammy.
Corked bats and everything
Sammy
for
looks
Sammy.
so different now.
So does Barry Bonds, dude. You should look up some
Is he
Pittsburgh.
fat?
Look up some Pittsburgh Pirates Barry Bonds, and then look up some San Francisco Giants Barry Bonds. It's a
Sweet
completely
Jesus.
different person.
Are you incapable of pouring?
But Sammy Sosa went full Michael Jackson. Super weird.
Did he?
Have you seen him? Dude, fucking search him.
recently.
Google search him. Oh my God, he looks so different. It's fucking creepy.
You mean today?
Yes. Just Google Sammy Sosa 2023. He looks fucking creepy. Ah, there it is. There it is. There it is. He's creepy as fuck looking, dude. Look, what the fuck happened? Full Michael Jackson. Wow. Got a light-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. Got a dark-skinned friend, look. I don't care.
Wow, I did not know that.
He's been doing like bleaching of his skin, and it's
That's
fucking
crazy.
creepy. Dude, he looks like Uncle fucking Fester. Look at him. Doesn't he?
Hey, Wednesday, season whatever. Let's go.
Wednesday season 2. Oh, dude. Seriously,
That's bizarre.
you did too much bleach, dog. It's bad. It's real bad.
Like any bleach is too much bleach.
But Jesus, be
Like,
beautiful
what was
and
wrong
black.
with it?
I mean,
I was gonna say, what was
yes.
wrong with the way he looked? He
Nothing.
looked
That's what
great.
I'm saying.
He's a
I'm just
beautiful human.
seriously, why'd you fuck yourself up and look all creepy
Now
and
he
shit?
looks like he's trying to be an old man version of Bruno Mars or something.
He looks like powder.
No, Powder was way worse. That was one of my. I love that movie when
Dude.
it came out.
Zoom in on that shit. That dude looks creepy.
Why are we zooming?
Because
We
Sammy
don't need
Sosa
to
looks
see any
like
more of that.
fucking
No,
creep.
we don't need to see any more of that.
I'm sorry. I
Sammy,
loved him when
no.
I was a kid. He was my third favorite.
Third favorite.
Mark
You
McGuire was my
fucked
guy.
Up. You were beautiful.
Mark
Stop
McGuire
it.
was my guy. And yeah, Sammy Sosa looks fucking scary now.
That's terrible.
It's
Agreed.
so gross.
You need to
talk
watch
about it.
You need to watch this movie,
Babe.
The Babe.
The Babe.
It's John
Let's say I've
Goodman.
seen this movie.
John Goodman playing Babe Ruth.
That's awesome.
And literally, true story, he could go out completely hammered and hit home runs.
Dude.
Okay, what'd you
Completely
say? Okay.
hammered ass trashed and hit home runs like crazy.
Would you say Babe Ruth is a
He's a-
goat?
he is a goat.
Yes, he is a goat.
He's
He's
absolutely
like the Johnny
a
Manziel
goat.
of baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just go out, trash this
no,
fuck,
'cause
and make
Johnny
it happen.
Manziel is not a goat.
Because imagine
I don't know about that. Johnny Manziel's not a goat of college football.
No.
Okay, not goats. Mount Rushmore of college football.
Let's
go Mount Rushmores.
That brings up a good point.
I feel like Johnny Manziel's on the Texas A&M Mount Rushmore.
I feel like speaking
So
of
the
Mount
goat
Rushmore,
of Texas A&M, sure.
Let's go
that
NBA.
the goat conversation should go away,
Absolutely.
and it should be a Mount Rushmore conversation all
Yep.
the time.
Yep.
That's all it should be.
Oh, I agree with that.
That's a great.
actually.
That's a great thing. That's a great point. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to eat it.
Eat the fucking mic. You're like 20 miles away from it.
He keeps moving this
I just turned
shit.
you up. You're fine. You're fine. All right.
I don't want it in
All
my
right, so-
mouth
yes,
right
you-
now.
That's not what I've heard.
But later,
But maybe on Saturday.
If I was your stepdad, you know.
at the Grand Ole Opry, she will.
Take me at
Sucking
the
a dick,
Opry.
sucking a dick, sucking a dick. Okay, real quick. The GOAT, not the GOAT. Mount Rushmore of NBA. Go.
Really?
I'll go.
Jordan. Mm-hmm. Jordan is number one. Mm-hmm. Mount Rushmore.
4.
I mean, honestly, there's still a lot. I mean, there's still a lot.
I have all 4.
Okay,
I'll go.
go.
Jordan first. He's George Washington.
Okay.
Second, LeBron. Third, Steph Curry.
I know Steph Curry was going to be.
Hold on. Fourth is. Oh, I had it a second ago. Motherfucker.
Larry Bird.
No, it's not. Oh, shit. Now you're going bad. Now you're making me. Okay, stop.
No, stop.
right, no.
Stop because you're embarrassing yourself.
Hold on a goddamn minute. Let me get it out. Let me start back.
Who's number 4?
Sometimes you just
I
gotta
forget-
give-
you've already
sometimes you
spoken
just
nonsense.
gotta give him
Back.
a minute. You just
No,
gotta give
you
him a
already
minute.
you already spoke nonsense. So go ahead and
Let me
put
start
number
over
4.
because I'm going way back. Now I got to go back because I'm going current. All right, now, hold on. Jordan,
Okay.
Wilt Chamberlain,
Why?
Because he's the greatest rebounder of all time and had a great hook shot?
Neither of those things.
He's not?
He scored 100 points in a game against a bunch of guys who were 5'10".
That's why.
Okay.
Allen Iverson. And LeBron.
Does Dennis Rodman
Now
anywhere?
that
he's a good
now that
rebounder.
you've embarrassed yourself,
All right,
I'm gonna
school
give
me,
you
school me.
I'm gonna give you Jordan number 1, Oscar Robertson number 2.
Don't even know who that
Ask
is.
me why.
I don't know who that is.
The only guy to average a triple double for a whole season.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair point.
Okay.
All right,
Number 3, let's go with Larry Bird.
fair enough.
I'm gonna say Larry Bird because
Because he's a white innovator.
no, because there are so many stories about Larry Bird going. Larry told me he was gonna make the shots. He was gonna call his shots, and he did it every time, and
So
he
he's
put it in
Conor
my
McGregor
face.
of basketball. Gotcha.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Let's go with. I'm gonna have to go with maybe. Man, this is the fourth person.
This is the one I'm
really
going to
hard
ask for
me.
comments on because I actually want to know what people think who the GOAT is.
Okay, so
Who's on the Mount Rushmore? Yes.
I think that I'm gonna have to go with. Man, the fourth person's hard, but maybe Tim Duncan.
Charles Robinson. Tim Duncan was Charles Robinson's Scottie Pippen.
Who?
You know
David Robinson.
David Robinson. Sorry. Charles Robinson is a wrestling referee.
David Robinson.
David Robinson. David Robinson is the Michael Jordan of the Spurs.
No.
And Tim Duncan
Not
was
remotely.
the goddamn Scottie Pippen.
Not remote.
Horseshit.
If anybody was the Michael Jordan of the Spurs, it would probably be Kawhi Leonard.
He's pretty new though.
David Robinson was a good,
Kawhi Leonard's on the Spurs? I thought he was
was.
on someone else.
No.
I don't watch basketball enough. I suck.
David Robinson was a good center. He was not the greatest even of his era. There was Akeem Olajuwon. There was Patrick Ewing.
True.
I mean, there was Shaq.
Patrick Ewing was on the New York Knicks.
Knicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But we're talking about on that side
but
of
if you're
that
talking
team.
greatest of all time,
That's
I mean-
fair. I just remember the basketball cards I had when I was a kid. I had Michael Jordan.
I mean, maybe Wilt Chamberlain, maybe Bill Russell. Bill Russell had 10 championships.
Who's the guy that's the fucking NBA logo?
Jerry West.
Jerry West. Yeah, that should probably be a Mount Rushmore guy.
Maybe.
Was he good? That was
Yeah.
before me.
He was the logo.
Well, clearly, but I mean, they made that logo a long
Obviously,
time ago.
he was good enough to be the logo.
They should have remade Jordan the logo.
No,
But then
made
Jordan would
MVP
charge him.
They made Jordan the MVP trophy, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think
okay. Okay, let's skip forward because I don't know enough about basketball to sound like smart.
He's like, all right, we're
LeBron-
done
look,
with this conversation
So let's
now.
go MMA, motherfucker.
Also,
LeBron is like top 20. He's
Ever.
in the top
Top
20.
20 ever.
I don't know that because he quits on his team and he flops a lot.
Quit on
And
his
it's
team
hard
you meaning by transfer to another team? Is that what you're saying?
No,
'Cause he won the Cavs
if they're
one and-
losing, he's walked off the court before.
Oh, wow.
Like the game is still going, and LeBron's like, "I'm fucking done." And
See,
he
I
goes to the
literally
locker room.
don't watch NBA, so
That's-
I'm terrible at this.
I hate him for stuff like that.
Yeah, that's bitch
That's
made.
so bad.
Yeah, that's not okay.
All right,
Okay, let's
move
go
on
to wrestling.
All right, wrestling. Oh yeah.
Let's go to something else I don't know much about.
You know wrestling.
What do you know?
You can do wrestling. You know wrestling. You do. You
I don't know
start.
current wrestling. No, I don't.
It doesn't matter. It's
I don't
Mount
know
Rushmore.
current-
It's not.
I don't know
current.
current wrestling either. There is
Okay.
no Mount Rushmore.
So then we're good.
In the current.
Okay, all I know is The Rock is number 1. So
Wow.
If there's anybody who brought more attention to wrestling than The Rock,
there's not.
I got like 70.
Oh wait, no. Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Hulk Hogan.
Undertaker,
Hulk Hogan's
Hulk
on
Hogan,
the Mount Rushmore.
Ric Flair.
Undertaker's on the Mount
Okay,
Rushmore.
but who do you do? You got to narrow it down to 4.
Undertaker's
can't.
Undertaker's
That's
on the
hard.
Mount Rushmore for the streak.
There's a lot of this
For the
shit he
streak.
did.
Okay.
No, but to go 20 years not losing at WrestleMania,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean,
that's big.
that's
He was 20,
Undertaker is
he
on
went
Mount
21
Rushmore.
years. He was
Now to-
21-1.
To tell you what position Undertaker would be on Mount Rushmore is hard
That's fair.
absolutely.
because it's just
But I think he's on the Mount Rushmore.
absolutely. I agree with
And
that.
Hulk Hogan is too.
I got
No,
I got 4.
because
I got 4.
I don't think so. I don't think Because Hulk Hogan was great of his time, but do you hear anyone currently talking about Hulk Hogan?
Constantly.
All the time.
Really?
My grandma knows who Hulk Hogan is.
No, okay, no.
Think about
not
it.
knowing
We're talking
who
about
he
icons.
is. Not knowing who he is, but people who talk about them when they're talking about wrestling.
Everyone knows Hulk Hogan.
I know everyone. Okay.
So okay.
So he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we're not talking greatest of all time. He's not.
I would
the
say he's
greatest of all
top
time.
10.
Hogan? Hogan's top 4.
I would say he's top 10. I don't think he's top
Mount
4.
Rushmore for me.
I don't think he's top 4.
Mount Rushmore for me. Andre the Giant. Yeah, you don't know who Andre the Giant is.
I do know who Andre the Giant is.
Do you know what he did for Hogan? He's the one that let Hogan slam him.
Okay,
Andre
but
the
that's
Giant.
going back to the whole thing when I said Hulk Hogan was top 10. So Andre the Giant would be in top 10 as well.
Andre the Giant.
I disagree with him.
Okay.
Go on.
The Undertaker. Stone Cold.
I agree with that and that.
And I'm going to go with The Rock.
Yep, I agree with all 3
Okay.
of those.
I'm going to
So-
the 4th. I'm going to The Rock because of the transcending the sport. The Rock.
I agree 100% with the
I probably
Rock.
should have put Hogan in Andre's place, but if Andre didn't make the call at the last second at WrestleMania 2 for Hogan to slam him, nobody'd hear about Hulk Hogan.
Total respect to Andre the Giant. He's not in the top 4.
Yep. Agreed.
Fair enough.
I think The Rock. I think Hulk Hogan. I think a very strong argument could be made for Bret Hart.
I didn't like him, but it's fine.
I mean, you don't have to.
I didn't know you were Canadian.
And I think a very strong argument can be made for Sting.
Sting, I agree with.
Sting's up there.
So,
So we agree on The
Sting
Rock.
is still wrestling. He wrestled today.
oh yeah,
I literally watched AEW's All In Wembley. They broke the all-time wrestling attendance record today for 81,000 and like 500 people or some shit. And Sting still wrestled today.
that's awesome.
It was actually really funny.
So transcending the sport, we agree. Sting,
Yep.
The Rock,
We don't
and
agree.
Undertaker. Those 3 we agree with.
Yes.
So those would
Stone Cold's got to be the 4th.
exactly.
Stone Cold's my 5th.
Stone Cold changed the game.
Yeah.
Stone Cold's my 5th. I love the dude.
Who are your 4?
Yeah.
The Rock,
Yep.
Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, and Sting.
Chad lose hard on that.
Nope.
Who gives a fuck about Bret Hart?
Nobody.
Dude.
Seriously.
When you were 3,
Yeah, I remember. And I remember Austin beat Bret Hart at one of the WrestleManias, and it was Bret Hart beat Austin.
Bret Hart was so good that Vince McMahon had to screw him multiple times. There's a whole documentary on it.
I've seen
I
it.
haven't seen that.
I have.
They've screwed him multiple times.
Vince didn't screw Bret. Bret screwed Bret.
No, sir. And also up there.
Clip that shit.
like Shawn Michaels should be up there, except for his back.
Shawn Michaels is so good.
Except for his back.
There's got to
All
be
right.
an
The Hardy
8-person
Boys-
wrestling rush
the
Okay.
Hardy Boys have to be up there. There's nobody like them.
Okay,
Dudley
guys,
Boys.
we switched sports.
No, the
we
Hardy
need to try
Boys.
this one. Here
The
we
other
go.
boys are better than Hardy Boys.
No way.
Oh, dude, they're
kidding
way
me?
more legendary.
No
The
way.
Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys.
Who cares
Okay,
about
so
the
wait.
Dudley
God.
Boys?
Nobody?
Exactly.
You like the Hardy Boys?
No.
No.
Really?
Edge and Christian.
I like Edge and Christian better than the Dudley Boys.
Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys had the most
Look,
legendary match of all time.
The New Age
And-
Outlaws.
and-
the New Age Outlaws were better than the Dudley Boys.
Do you know that badass Billy Gunn wrestled tonight too?
I believe it.
Swear to God,
I believe it.
Ollie, bro, it was crazy
There was stables. Let's talk stables for a second.
in wrestling.
Greatest stables. There's only one.
Ministry of Darkness.
D-Generation X.
Fair. Okay. All right. I see where you want. NWO.
That's fair. That's fair.
DX and NWO were the greatest protagonist, antagonist fucking mix. Oh my God.
Agreed.
NWO was anti-heroes. I guess so was DX.
DX was anti-hero.
That was the
for
greatest
sure.
answer Vince ever had for fucking NWO. He's like, Triple H is like, I got this. And Shawn Michaels is like, oh yeah, we're going to
X-Pac.
suck our dicks.
X-Pac.
Do you know that X-Pac was in DX and then quit WWE, went to WCW and joined the NWO?
I did know that. I was watching back
shit,
then.
man. That was he was on the show, the 2 shows a week apart. And then apparently shit didn't go great with WCW, but it was that's still just the craziest jump. So did Rick Rude. Rick Rude did it a night apart. Rick Rude, you know who Rick Rude is?
I don't remember Rick Rude being in DX.
Okay.
I'll finish it.
Shit. No, I don't know if he was in DX. Not you're right. I don't know if he was in DX, but he was in WWF and then went to joined the NWO like the next night or something. I heard a story about it. What about Ric Flair? We just totally shit on Ric Flair though.
That is
I mentioned
that
Ric
is
Flair.
so fair.
Let it be
did.
known that I mentioned Ric Flair.
Mount
Ride from
Rushmore.
hell.
Ric Flair, invite me to your house.
No, you don't want to go to Ric Flair's house. he gonna be styling and profiling, limousine riding.
Love Ric Flair. Dude,
Don't ever let your wife go to Ric Flair's
that
house.
is so fair. That is
God,
so
that guy's
fair.
such a fucking Roddy Piper. Fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, wrestling has
Wrestling
had some
needs an 8-person Mount Rushmore at least,
6.
in my opinion.
6.
Who's your 6?
Oh,
Oh, I mean, okay.
I want to hear this.
me too.
The Rock.
The Rock,
Of course.
the cock.
A cock.
Just call him the cock.
No, because he hasn't got one left, dude.
Talking about The Rock like that, okay? Like, stop it.
Hey,
He ain't the Rock no more. He's the soft.
The Rock.
I'm a big Rock fan. I've got a Rock cup around here somewhere. I mean, I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Not that cup.
I was like,
That
That
cup.
cup,
don't
'cause
be
he
reaching
doesn't-
in your pants for that, all right?
Because he doesn't
Jesus
need
Christ.
one. 'Cause
Tim's
he
gonna be
doesn't
like,
need one.
hey,
He's got nothing
I
either.
got a Rock cup.
Look, man, I got the Rock right here. I wear Rock shirts almost every single day. I'm a Rock fan.
He's my number 1 of all time.
He's the most electrifying
time.
in all of sports entertainment. Do you smell?
What The Rock?
It's cooking. Yeah.
I smell it all
Y'all
the
are so
time.
good.
I want to hear your 6.
Okay,
But hold
The
on.
Rock, Undertaker, Sting. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep. Hogan. Hogan Flair.
Hogan Flair.
Hogan Flair.
I mean that's fair.
Hulk
That's-
Hogan is one of the most
that's fair.
iconic wrestlers
Now
of all
hold
time.
on.
I fucked up.
Now, it doesn't really make sense because I don't remember his name, but it was the antagonist.
What about John Cena?
No.
It's ruined her life.
No.
John Cena did a lot.
John
for wrestling.
Cena is so terrible.
But he did a lot for us. You have a personal vendetta against
But you
John
can't see
Cena.
him though.
I have no problem seeing him.
No, okay, so I do like John Cena, but I feel like his niche was not wrestling. I feel like his niche was acting.
After.
Because he is a fucking bomb ass actor.
He's a great
like,
actor.
He is so great.
He's a good actor.
You've got to stop because he is.
Tim doesn't like John Cena for different
Why?
reasons.
Why do you not like John
It's a
Cena? I
political
want to
thing.
know.
Tim didn't like him. He did.
We don't talk politics.
Well, we don't. But I say political. It was the thing. It was pressure from. We've talked about it before.
Yeah, we did. First episode.
we had pressure.
Notice she would know my response to this if
Crazy.
she watched the podcast.
Yeah, it turns out. What a shit show she is.
I'm such a shitty person.
What a shit
It's
show.
fine.
She's like, yeah, just do your little podcast and jerk each other off. Y'all have a good time.
I'm busy.
I'm gonna go watch. I'm gonna go watch Love Island. Okay.
I will. No, it's Vampire Diaries.
Love Island and Vampire. You know what? After our
You know how many-
podcast last week, I did restart watching Vampire
I'm sure you
Diaries.
did.
She fingered herself to her shit.
We don't talk about that.
God, no DJ.
We don't talk
talked
about
about it.
Bruno.
We talked about everything else. Why would we leave that out?
Oh.
Anyway, so back to our regularly scheduled programming. We've got The Rock and I can't even think straight.
The Rock, John Cena.
No,
Everyone's
I didn't
Dicks.
say that. No.
Do you have
The
dicks?
Rock, Undertaker,
Gold
and
dust.
Sting. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
China.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Rikishi. I'm just kidding.
What about Roman fucking Reigns though?
No.
No.
Never.
Too new.
Fair.
This industry's been around too long
That's
for
fair.
someone that new to be on Mount Rushmore.
But he's done a lot.
I'm not saying he hasn't.
And they have some great
too new.
storylines modern day.
I need you to help me with the protagonist a couple years ago that I hated.
What
I
about Mick
fucking
Foley?
hated him.
Yes.
Mick
Nick Foley.
He's
Oh
six.
my God.
He's 6. I cannot. The
Mick
person
Foley's
I'm
so
thinking
good.
about, my number 5, and I can't think of who it is.
Okay, who'd they go against?
I might be willing to take Bret Hart
everybody.
out for Mick Foley.
That's fair. Mick Foley's crazy.
Hold on. I'm going to have to look this up because my number
MJF
5.
nowadays. You probably don't know that. You don't watch AEW. MJF is going to be. Maxwell Jacob
He
Friedman.
was the heel.
He's
the
phenomenal.
heel a couple of years ago that everybody fucking hated.
CM Punk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
He's my 5.
Ew.
That's fair. CM Punk's great. You don't like CM Punk? I think he's great, man.
Everybody knows his name. He made a fucking name in the
transcends
sport. Exactly.
That's fair.
Chris Jericho.
Jericho. Fuck yeah, dude.
Sorry, I like Chris Jericho
Oh my
over
God.
CM Punk.
Chris Jericho.
And I've seen him live.
I have a story.
There's like a 12 fucking. All right, let's hear it. Tell him. I want to hear this because hey, if Chris Jericho's ever watching.
Jay.
Yeah, if Chris Jericho ever watches this, I want him to know that I did this.
So,
Yeah.
we're going back to 2011. All right. Found out I was pregnant with our first child together.
You almost named her Jericho, didn't you?
No.
It's worse.
It's way worse. We're in the living room and we're just like messing around, not sexually, just like literally like tickling each other. The things that like new couples do, right? We're not new couples. We're 5 years into this bitch. I'm pregnant and all of a sudden he puts me in the walls of Jericho.
I did.
Swear to God on my life. Turns me over and I can't fucking do shit. I'm like,
She didn't tap out though.
I did not tap out,
I had that shit cranked.
but he did.
Respect.
Put me in the walls of Jericho, pregnant, and it hurt.
We got done with last week's podcast, and she was like, "I didn't tell anyone you put me in the walls of Jericho." And I was like, "Good."
There will
Now
be an
they know.
opportunity.
While I was pregnant, my
Dude, I
kid,
totally forgot about Chris Jericho until she brought up.
dude,
CM Punk?
Kylie was
CM
born, and she
Punk.
popped out, and she was like, "Break the walls down!" I was like, "I did."
That's great. That's great.
So yeah, Kylie's been a wrestler since she was in the womb.
Whoopsie.
For pure entertainment value, not because he was a good wrestler. Val Venus.
Just because he got pussy all the time. Hello, ladies. That guy was the greatest. He got his dick chopped off on TV. You remember that?
No.
Dude.
What?
No, he was fucking with God dang it, I can't remember the name. The Japanese dudes, Ty and Kai. You remember Ty and Kai from the 90s?
I don't.
Dude, so he was fucking this Japanese dude's girlfriend. Yeah, look at Val Venus. It's not really, obviously, they really got his dick off, but it was a thing. And he goes, the guy goes, "I chubby, old pee-pee." And he fucking broke out a fucking ninja sword, I swear to God.
What?
And he's like, bro,
Holy shit,
dude,
bro!
look it up. Yeah,
there.
I swear. His ass, like, click on that first image.
The first?
Yeah, right. Look, it has ass out on TV, and he goes, "Hey, chubby, oh, BB." It was one of the dude. Google it.
They let this shit air.
Yes, dude.
Wow,
Dude, you got to realize in the
now you're going to Pornhub.
in the 90s.
No.
In the 90s, Vince McMahon was wearing a
Twitter.
do rag, dropping an N bomb, like with the A.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like he walked to John Cena, he's like,
What's good in the hood?
Just holding it down, trying to take care of business.
Keep it up.
and yeah, like on TV. It was fucking crazy. The 90s was weird, man. It was either 90s or early 2000s, but it was a whole different
I want to
world.
say it had to have been like the late 90s to early 2000s.
Is this it, dude?
Fucking nuts, bro.
That little dude.
That looks like Trevor. What's his name?
Whitman.
Trevor Noah. That looks like Trevor Noah.
Hey, hold on a second. Are we gonna try this one? Because we
Is
switched.
that not what's in here?
We switched sports.
you
so
poured this.
I did pour that for you, and I haven't poured it for him because he won't finish that one.
I'm
so
sorry, man.
Man up.
Kind of drunk right now. Fuck you.
Goat tequila. Man up.
let's go.
We didn't open this expensive shit for
Let's
you to.
be the goat, man.
So much water down.
All right, Tim. Grown up time.
Fuck you, alcoholics.
Yeah, we're grown ups.
There you go.
Yeah.
She's all messed
Oh,
up over there.
it's time for Travis to go to bed.
Excuse me?
Was there? Oh, great. Okay, hold on. We have another goat topic to cover, and she can weigh in on this big.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Musicians.
Okay. Yep. So,
Musicians, songs, and groups / bands.
okay. So,
Oh, are we talking about genre? Per genre? Or are we talking about overall?
no, I'm saying
Overall.
overall. I'm saying overall. And as much as okay, and this has no shape, form, fashion of what I like to listen to because I fucking hate
And we
it.
are gonna do rappers,
most of
Travis.
the time.
Good.
But when you're talking about a musician, I will say that Taylor Swift could be a GOAT because of how she makes her music and what she stands for and how many people love who she is as a person.
Have you seen the videos on YouTube of like the girls going fucking crazy? Just when she walks on stage, they're like sitting there and they're like, there's like literally a video of like 3 girls just watching and they're like,
I've been there.
and they fucking melt, bro.
I've been there. I know.
You went to one?
Yeah, I'll give
Oh my
Taylor this.
God.
Easily, hands down, Taylor Swift puts on the greatest performance I've seen. I've seen 200 concerts in my life.
Damn.
She's easily the best performer that I've ever seen. I don't love her music. I don't love her lyrics. I don't love her style. I liked her better as a country artist than a pop artist. But strictly from a performance standpoint, I've never seen anyone put on a better show
Okay.
ever. If you get the chance to take the girls, you should.
No,
100%
absolutely.
you should.
They're so
Absolutely.
expensive, bro.
It's
no.
so expensive.
Trust me. I didn't even pay the prices for the Eras tour tickets. I paid for Reputation tour. It was $350 a ticket.
Now they're like
now
1,000
now they're like
plus.
1,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck off.
But I paid $350. We were 30 rows back, and it was easily the greatest performance I've ever seen. Do I think she's a GOAT singer? Not remotely.
But like overall, though.
I'm talking
But
about
overall performance, she's
No,
easily
I'm
the
not
best
But, like,
performance.
she's not
I'm
even
not
a
even
performer.
talking. I'm not even talking about performance wise.
She's an
I'm
icon.
talking about a person in the music industry.
So we're
she
talking about
transcends
icons.
music.
I think we're
Yes.
talking about icons.
She's absolutely a music icon.
Because
What
she
she's
writes
done-
all of her own stuff. She
Yeah.
stands for something that everyone can get behind most of the time. Now, I will say that when
She has collaborators. She has co-writers.
yeah, but have you heard her versions? Now she's doing versions that she wrote that didn't have collaborators.
But
in
are the
those.
lyrics different, or is the,
They
is
are
the music
different.
slightly
Yes,
different?
they are. It's Taylor's version.
You know how much how
she's
hard that
coming
would be to
out-
keep up with. I was in a book a long time ago, right? Not to change the subject, but I was in a book a long time ago called 100 Young Americans for music, and I have it inside somewhere. I don't fucking know where. But you know how hard it is to keep up with all that shit. They were like, "Hey, bro, send us pages of your lyrics and pictures of you doing this and that," and I didn't send them shit because I went to Jamaica at the time. So they literally just printed a fucking 1-page thing on me with pictures of me because they came to my house and did a photo shoot. So they like the photos of me, they pick whatever they wanted to do, and they put like blah blah blah. This is Fate, and da, 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 da. This is what he does. He's like 16 years old or however old I was, and
You were 14 because it was before
no,
I met you.
I wasn't 14. I was 16 at least. I didn't even start rapping good until I was 16,
I met you at
18,
17
I
and a
was
half.
18. Yeah, but because this was right before that. I had just got back from my Jamaica trip right when you met me.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
But anyway, what I'm saying is it's so hard to keep up with all that shit for Taylor Swift to keep up with all the original versions that she wrote of those songs and re-record them. That's very difficult.
what I respect about Taylor Swift is what she has done with the Taylor's versions, where
haven't heard 'em.
Scooter Braun screwed the shit out of her.
Who is that?
He's the guy who owned all of her music, and when she made Big Machine Records, basically.
Okay.
She made them,
Damn.
and when she left them, they said you're not getting your music. Scooter Braun bought up all of her music and was like, "I'm not selling it to you. Go fuck yourself." So she's done. Taylor,
But he had to buy it from her though, right?
no, from Big Machine Records.
Okay.
Now
They
she
go
won't.
under?
Now she won't do a contract that doesn't give her the rights to all of her music. I love that about her. I think all musicians should have the rights to all of their music.
Yeah.
And the way
Especially if they write their stuff.
and the way she went to Spotify and she was like, listen, you won't get my music unless I get better royalties than what you're paying right now.
She literally pulled all her shit off Spotify. I remember that shit.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, I respect that completely. She is an icon of music. I don't think she's the greatest. Like, would I put her up with Whitney Houston? Absolutely not.
Are we talking about singers or are we talking about overall volume? Or there's a lot of different.
There's so many factors that goes into it.
Man.
I
There's so
agree,
many different ones.
But when I look at
okay, who's the greatest singer of all time? The greatest singer of all
individual
time.
singer?
One person.
There's not. I don't think that you can
Yes,
take
there
that.
is.
That's really hard.
Who would you give it
Best
to?
singer of all time.
Of all time.
Female or male?
Either way.
No, it's different.
Okay, let's start in female.
Okay.
I don't have one. I'm asking you.
Like, you can't
I
just
gotta
open
think
that
about it.
conversation.
I mean,
I might go Whitney Houston.
somewhere up there between
No,
Whitney
you-
Houston and Celine Dion.
I'm a bitch off Mariah Carey.
I was thinking that.
Absolutely
Fuck
not.
off.
Absolutely not.
Who can
Does she
hit the
have- does
notes?
she have
Hold
the
on.
largest- she has the
Christina
largest-
Aguilera. Christina
She
Aguilera.
has
Best singer of
Mariah
all time.
Carey.
We're not talking about
Mariah Carey had the largest range. I'll give you that.
Best singer.
all day long.
Christina Aguilera.
Having the best range does not
can't touch
necessarily
Mariah
make you the
Carey.
best.
We're not talking
No?
about. We're not talking
necessarily
about
make you the-
sales. We're not talking about nothing.
Whitney
we're talking
Houston
about
or
pure
Celine Dion?
skill.
Celine Dion or Whitney Houston
No way.
over Mariah Carey any
I
day
do
of the
want
week.
to
Fuck
read the
off.
comments on this. I really do.
I do because
I wanna read
I
the
think
comments on
honestly it's Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey has Ariana Grande's right there with her.
Ariana
Because
Grande.
Ariana Grande's got some fucking range. That motherfucker can sing, dude.
Yeah. I give you that.
They are both great singers.
and who-
Mariah Carey is a more iconic version for sure because she's the OG. But Ariana Grande is probably a better singer.
are you overlooking Cher?
Cher sucks.
Yeah, I'm not on
Ah,
that.
Cher
No?
sucks. Cher used fucking autotune for Believe.
Oh, I
and-
didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Cher Cher's the OG of autotune. If
Oh,
you didn't know,
I did not know that, actually.
the
You
song
can
Believe.
tell if you listen to Believe.
Believe,
Really? You
can
believe.
hear the
No, listen to
auto-tune.
it.
Okay.
Believe is autotune. Cher started autotune. Yeah, because it wasn't TalkBox. Like TalkBox is shit. It's escaping me. Who invented TalkBox? Where they put the thing in their mouth.
I don't know.
God, it's driving me crazy. I'm gonna fucking think of it as soon as I watch this. Anyway, so there was TalkBox where they put this thing in their mouth. Oh, it's so close. There was TalkBox where they put this thing in their mouth and then they sing and they play the piano to the notes they want it to be, and that would adjust it, right? So that was the premise of autotune. And autotune then so when autotune had come out, maybe very early in it, but Cher's song Believe is fucking autotune.
I didn't know that.
The whole thing. Listen to Believe as soon as we get done with this. And it's
Who's the first rapper that did autotune?
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I thought he
Lil
invented
Wayne
it.
and Kanye. And then now
I was
basically-
gonna say
Lil
I
Wayne,
thought that they
Lil Wayne and
invented
Kanye, and they basically invented everything that's modern day rap because every rapper nowadays
Fucking
uses
hate modern day
autotune.
rap,
It's
just to be
fucking
honest with you.
terrible.
It sucks.
before we get there.
God, who is that?
Oh, and let's go with rap.
Roger Troutman. Roger fucking Troutman is the name.
Okay.
Who did the first one to do autotune? Not autotune, but TalkBox.
Before we get there, Mariah Carey, more #1 singles, but I'm not sure she had the greatest. I don't know that she was the greatest singer.
No, she could hit a high fucking note.
She could absolutely hit a
I'm
high
kind of
fucking
changing my
note.
mind about Ariana Grande because she can kind of hit that note. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Ariana Grande
can-
has a great fucking
I'm talking
range.
about raw skill of singers. And I ain't gonna lie, the girl that we saw recently
tell
is
you-
pretty fucking close.
Fucking
if you're
Caitlyn
talking-
Curtis at
Caitlyn
the Jellyroll
Curtis is
concert.
pretty fucking
Caitlyn
close.
Curtis
That
is,
girl is amazing.
I'm telling you.
Everyone
if you,
watch out for Caitlyn Curtis because she is going places.
You should look her up.
I'm
and
going
it's
to.
not only because I'm newly in love with this girl, but she
Literally.
is going somewhere, man.
She's
like she's
so
fucking great,
good. I
believe
and
you.
she
And to see it-
stands for something great. Like the stories that she tells, and
Yeah.
like one of her songs that's
was at the
not even
Jellyroll
out
concert.
yet. It's not even out yet, and she sang this song about therapy. It's not on Spotify. I can't wait till it comes out because I want to listen to it again. But she did it at the concert. Fucking great. She's gonna be one to watch. I'm telling
I
you.
may be biased because I've recently seen her live, but she is one of the
I
greatest
haven't-
singers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her. Haven't really heard her except for Struggle Jennings songs.
Struggle Jennings is going places too.
But
Yeah.
I mean, you would be hard pressed to push anyone over me anyone over Whitney Houston on me.
I don't disagree.
Ariana
Whitney Houston's
Grande,
great.
I love watching her with Jimmy Fallon when they do the.
I fucking love that.
When she does the different voices
Yes.
of different singers and stuff, but does that make her the greatest singer of all time because she can mimic other people?
No.
I'm not sure that it does.
It's kind of like every rapper, every rapper. It's not nowadays per se, but in my generation, every rapper coming up you take what other rappers have done over time and you absorb a little bit of all of it, right?
Yeah.
And then you create whatever your sound is. So like I was influenced by a lot of Eminem, a lot of Tech Nine, Twista.
LL Cool J.
Not so much LL Cool J. I'm
Dude,
gonna be
it
honest
comes
with you.
out in your songs. I'm not kidding.
Really?
I've heard it, yeah. I listened to some of your songs and I'm like, shit, he must have loved LL Cool
3-6
J.
Mafia, Lil White, fucking. There's a lot of different people that I would just listen to and absorb all that shit. So it's kind of weird to be a modern day, at least a decent rapper like a Kendrick Lamar or a J. Cole. Jay-Z is another one, right? All these people. You absorb all their good shit, the shit they're good at. You steal a little bit of all of it, to be honest. And you're like, man, let me mix all this up. So it's kind of hard to compare someone who got all that shit that they were able to take from all the pioneers and then just, hey, here's my sound, right? So the pioneers and things like that didn't have that sound or any examples to go from. They just did it. So it's very similar to a Jordan versus LeBron, to where LeBron seen all these things that Jordan did and Pippen did and fucking Rodman, not to knock the whole Bulls team, or David Robinson,
Kobe.
or who? Kobe. Oh my God. I didn't even put Kobe on my Mount Rushmore. That was my fourth one. Actually, he was my second one, but I forgot him. Oh, I'm terrible. Anyway.
Not to derail your conversation.
No,
What's
but
your Mount Rushmore rap?
That was it. Mount Rushmore rap. So mine's different than a lot of people's to be.
I'm saying on record, Eminem is the GOAT.
Yep, I agree. Eminem is the best pure rapper of all
Has
time.
anyone beat Eminem?
We're not talking about battling.
No, I'm saying.
There's an
I'm saying
overall. We're talking about
in-
transcending everything. If we're talking about GOATs and transcending, is transcendence, is that a word? Transcending.
It is
Eminem
now.
transcended fucking pop culture. Eminem is the Hulk Hogan of rap. You know what I'm saying? He's the highest selling artist of all time. So my Mount Rushmore is going to be Eminem. Now I'm selfish. I'm going to go second one, Tech Nine, because that's my guy. Third one, we're going to go Cool G Rap. Are we doing 4?
Yeah.
Well, Mount Rushmore has 4. So
And then
yes.
fourth one, we're gonna. Well, wrestling deserved like 12. Fourth one, I'm gonna go for me personally, probably Ludacris.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm Southern.
I agree that
It's-
just because of
Southern,
one song.
you know.
So here's the thing for Ludacris for me, and I'll agree with Eminem. I don't know I know Tech
I feel
Nine.
like I'm missing
maybe
something.
Tech Nine.
How is okay?
But you are missing someone, I think. And
Yeah.
I think Ludacris, for me, the problem is all of his good stuff is collabs.
Fair.
I don't enjoy his albums at all.
You know what's weird?
But when he's on other people's songs, I'm like, oh, the new Ludacris is out. And then I realize it's a collab on someone else's, and I'm like, oh, it's not new Ludacris.
You know what's crazy from a rapper?
But
I'm
you
sorry to
left
cut you off.
But
You know-
you left off Andre.
I think Andre is overrated as fuck.
I love
Andre
Andre
3000 is so over.
No.
Oh my God.
I love I could
Look,
listen to
I love
Outkast
him
all day
too,
long.
man. But we're talking
And
about
he's
a
way
Mount-
better than Big Boy.
Fair. Okay.
I could listen to Andre before I listen to your Jay-Z's and your...
See, I fucked up completely. I should have put Jay-Z on my Mount Rushmore. Jay-Z, you know what I put? Honestly,
Maybe Jay-Z.
Eminem, Tech Nine, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z.
I
That's what
agree
it
with
should
Lil
be.
Wayne.
All those. Lil Wayne is a goddamn innovator, and he's a great fucking rapper.
And maybe Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is also a
Definitely Andre.
trailblazer.
So for me, it might be... Yeah, no, I'm not arguing Jay-Z. So for me, it might be Eminem, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Andre. I just can't leave Andre off there.
There's two
nobody who
different-
raps like him.
There's like 2 different ones, because if you're talking to like, there's eras of Mount Rushmores, right? If I were to go a modern day era of Mount Rushmore, I'm gonna go Drake, Kendrick,
Gross.
J. Cole.
Well, Kendrick's pretty
Okay,
good.
I'm probably going to go Kendrick,
Fuck Drake.
J. Cole, Drake.
Drake is disqualified for not writing his own songs.
That's fair.
Drake's disqualified for being wrong at every fucking bet he ever makes.
Drake
I
is
just
just
say that?
disqualified.
No, we ain't talking about sports. Drake
Drake
curse.
does not go on the Mount Rushmore.
Okay,
dude.
but Drake is up there. We're talking about transcending, right? Because
No.
Drake is transcended.
Okay, can I ask
completely.
a question? And I'm saying this
Kendrick,
completely
yes. Drake, no.
because I'm not big into the rap genre. Like, I don't know very much about it. But why would Snoop Dogg not be in
Dogg
there?
That's why I
Father-
say there's eras, man.
The Dogfather.
He's
definitely,
still relevant
Okay,
today.
so if we're really going Mount Rushmore, now we're talking about early 90s, late 80s.
Actually,
But we're not
Snoop-
Now
talking about eras. We're talking about
See,
of all
it's so
time, right?
hard.
Actually,
Because you got
Snoop-
Tupac. I didn't even fucking mention him.
How do you
right?
not mention Tupac?
That's what I'm
true.
saying.
That's true.
Biggie, Tupac, Snoop
Biggie.
Dogg,
Not
Dre. I think
Biggie's a top 10.
I'm going to say this is going to be a hot ass take. It's going to be a real hot take. Biggie's only as big as he is because he died.
I agree.
That's a really hot
I
take.
agree.
Dude, Biggie didn't even have the chance to get bad. Does that make sense? You have a hot album. It's easy to
Did
make.
he die in his peak?
Yes, probably.
No.
Probably.
He died slightly before his peak and peaked at death.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's fair. Biggie is a legend, and I'm going to get fucking hammered for this. Biggie's a legend because he died. Biggie was an innovator. The way he rhymed was way different than everyone else, and it was much more complex. And the things he did was great, but he also had a lot of bad songs. Like,
I agree.
I'm sorry,
completely.
but a Tupac album, the Tupac greatest hits versus the Biggie's greatest hits. Okay? We're talking about different fucking ball games, dude.
Yes.
Tupac's greatest hits, you can listen straight through.
Yes.
The best song Biggie did, in my opinion, aside from Hypnotize and Juicy, was the song with Eminem, Be Called Dead Wrong. Right? Because Eminem killed that shit. But Biggie's verses on that were not that good. Right? Biggie didn't have enough time to get bad at
honestly,
rapping.
honest to God, I liked listening to anything that Mace was on with Biggie more than Biggie. Like, I like Mace better than Biggie.
Well, wow. Wow. Okay, that
Maybe that's a
song.
hot take,
That
but
one, I know what
any-
song you're talking about. That one song was awesome. B-I-G-P-O-P-P-A.
No info for the DEA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Mace.
That song was crazy in the 90s.
Mace's
Okay, but like what
fallout
song?
with P. Diddy is the reason that Mace is not more well liked.
Dude, even Mace just didn't have that much to offer. Mace to me on Bad Boy is equivalent to Mystical on No Limit.
Fair.
Do you remember that?
Fair.
You remember Mystical? They were both like the side guys and they were hot for a little bit.
I mean, my whole point is, I think if Biggie doesn't die and Mace doesn't have his fallout with Puff Daddy,
Yeah.
Mace maybe ends up bigger than Biggie.
You know what's fucked up? A Midwest legend that should have probably been on it. Nelly. And people gonna shit on me. People gonna shit on me for that. God damn it, Nelly for the Midwest. Nelly opened doors. All right.
Nelly,
Seriously. I love
is
Nelly.
good. Nelly is good. I can't argue that.
But Nelly
at
had
all.
like 2 good albums. And then his other ones
Nellyville.
were kind of okay. We're talking about Country Grammar and we're talking about Nellyville. Mm-hmm. Okay, after that, what was his next album?
Sweat.
Shh.
Suit. Sweat and Suit.
I
Sweat and
only
Suit,
know.
and that album sucked balls.
I only
It
know Nellyville.
was
I don't even know that other one.
horrible.
Horrible.
The worst.
Shit.
Well, no. Hold
It's
on.
like he was just like, fuck it,
That's
I'm
not
famous.
true. That's not true. That's not true.
Okay, what songs were on
The
there?
next album? No, the next album was the Saint Lunatics album.
No, it was before that. St. Lunatics was his third. Sweatsuit was after.
That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
next album was Saint Lunatics and then Sweatsuit.
Fair point. Okay, so the St. Lunatics album had
It was
like
not
2
great.
good songs.
It was the equivalent of Eminem's D12
Okay, but
album, which was not great either. It was good, but it wasn't great.
The first D12 album was awesome, in my
Devil's
opinion.
Night. Devil's
Devil's
Night
Night was awesome.
it was-
okay, the second
it
D12
was
album
good.
sucked balls.
Yes.
Sucked ball. D12
Yes.
World was shit.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I love Eminem. D12 World sucked.
It was awful.
But Devil's Night, different world. That
Night
whole album was
but
amazing.
Devil's Night was good. I wouldn't call it amazing.
I loved it, man. That era
it
of
was
music
good.
was so good to me. Like Eminem,
I'm not saying it was bad.
I'm just saying
saying it
like
wasn't
Marshall
greatness.
Mathers LP and Devil's Night were like so close in the level of music they were making to me. Now Bizarre, no, okay,
Bizarre's a fucked up
Bizarre
dude.
sucks so bad. I've heard so many fucked up stories. I'm sorry you're not getting to talk.
I'm just here.
I've heard so many I've heard they wrote Bizarre's lyrics and he would like read them and then fuck them up. And it's like, how did you get in this group, man? Like, you're not even good at rap. Like, Bizarre charges $300, and I'm talking about in 2023 for a feature. And I'm just like, why? I almost got a song with Jellyroll.
I was just about to say
I almost got a song with Jellyroll for $300 in 2008. Right?
Jellyroll, $300.
$300,
Give
man.
my husband some time.
I fucked up. I'm so sorry.
You know what's missing in this podcast?
What?
5 episodes in, you have yet
to rap.
to unleash your talent.
I'll do it.
You have yet
Here
to
we
unleash
go.
your talent.
I will. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to end the podcast, and I'll do it on a separate thing. But I'll do it for sure.
All right,
need
y'all
to.
need to tune in to next promo, Travis rapping, because you don't want to miss it.
I'll do it. You know what I really wanted? I was really waiting on our next one when we shot our next one with our other guests.
6
that we
is
got
for
coming.
dicks.
6 for dicks, apparently.
Episode 6.
Turns out. So I was waiting on whenever Jeremy Allen Jones came on, you were gonna be like, "Hey, my buddy's a rapper too," and I was like, "No, I do a little bit." Right? I never told him. I never told him that I could rap at all. So I never told him nothing. I ever did music, nothing. I was like, "Hey, man, I got a podcast. You should come on." Da-da-da. And if I knew you were gonna say that, and I was gonna be like, "Okay, I'll do something. I'll try."
I'll try, he says. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand all that shit, but it is what it is.
I don't know. All I know is that Eminem is the GOAT.
Is he the greatest person of all time?
No.
Is that's where we're leading to,
Another
right?
man.
We have a GOAT basketball player, a GOAT rapper, a GOAT. Who's the greatest? Who's the greatest person of all time?
Oprah
Me.
Winfrey. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jewish God. Help me, Oprah Winfrey.
Will Ferrell, okay? Greatest
Will
person of all
Ferrell.
time.
My favorite person of all time, probably Will Ferrell. Who's your favorite person of all time?
Man.
All time.
I don't know.
That's rough.
It's rough.
Think about it.
You are, babe.
Great,
You're my
greatest-
favorite
so
person.
sweet.
greatest person that I ever met, or just greatest person living, or greatest person ever lived, or
Ever.
greatest person I met.
Okay. Let's
He's
go.
going to say Elizabeth Olsen.
I'm not. He might.
I might.
Greatest celebrity of all time. We're going to wrap it up with this. Greatest celebrity of all time, in your opinion. Go.
That's hard.
She's going to go The Rock. So that's easy.
I'm actually not going to go The Rock.
I'll surprise you with mine.
Okay.
Because mine's relatively recent. You go.
No, you go.
The greatest person / celebrity of all time.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. Jellyroll.
I knew you were going to say that.
Jellyroll.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The most quality person, in my opinion, that's super famous, is Jellyroll. I think he's the most giving person I've ever seen in my entire life.
All right. I'm going Matthew McConaughey.
What did he do?
I don't know. He's a good person.
Okay.
And I saw him today on TikTok. So.
He's a Texas fan. He doesn't even count.
Ew. Okay,
I
I take
know.
that back.
What
I take
the
that
fuck,
back.
man?
You can't be a Texas fan and be the greatest person
Hey,
of all
John
time.
Cena has the world record for the most Make a
Kissing.
Wish.
John
No.
Cena's got the record for the
Shut
most
up.
kissing of China's ass ever. So yeah.
Hey, John Cena has the world record for the most Make a Wishes ever.
I love John Cena.
Then maybe we should go John Cena. 'cause that's
I'm
a
not
good
going
race.
John Cena though.
Gross.
Wow. All right, who you going
I
with?
want to hear Tim's first.
I'm gonna go with someone you probably don't really know, and it's Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Okay.
I know who that is.
He's a singer.
Okay.
He helps with adoptions. He's adopted kids from overseas.
That's awesome.
I love his songs.
He writes wonderful songs, but he also one of his children was run over by a car. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but was run over by a car and killed. And
I know that name.
he
Christian singer.
he wrote a whole album about recovering from grief, and it is just an amazing album.
I want that album name. I want to hear it.
It's called Beauty Will Rise.
Okay, hold on. I'm putting it on my list. I want to hear it.
It's really, really good.
It sounds great. Yeah.
And he didn't quit on his family or his career over what could have been devastating.
Yeah, dude, that would crush me. That would fucking crush. That'd be the end of me.
Yeah, I mean, he probably is up there with greatest people.
Okay. Who you got? Last one. The Rock.
No.
Hey, he made it from $7 to what he is
Okay.
today.
Okay. For real.
Best person that's the most famous that you can think of.
Ryan Reynolds.
All right.
Because of Blake Lively's speech about him.
Yeah.
That was a
What did
great
she say?
speech.
I haven't heard that.
Really?
Yeah, I really
So
haven't.
she was talking about how he always races home to her and the kids, no matter what, no matter if he's coming from the set that day or anything, he always comes home to be with his family every night. They know that daddy's coming home, that they are his world, and that he will always be there. Like, yeah, he's looking up the speech right now. It is the best speech about somebody.
That's super dope.
Yeah, like
Ryan Reynolds is my favorite actor.
I love him so much.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I am
awesome.
his home, and our girls are his home.
All right,
If he
play it
didn't
after.
come home with like, fake blood on him in his costume or his work wardrobe or anything, like, they know he's coming home to him every night.
That's dope.
Yeah, I will
Hell
say
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is probably one of the greatest people or
I'm with
greatest celebrities based on that speech alone.
Perfect.
You know
Yeah.
who my favorite celebrities are right now? The three of us. The three of us. This podcast is gonna take off one day. Somebody's gonna watch it, and it's gonna go viral one day.
I'll eventually watch
Well, we're
it
gonna
too.
wrap it up while we're famous.
No, I'm saying one day.
One day.
One day it'll take off. People will enjoy the fun that we have in here, hopefully. And,
Hey man, we
and
just want people to hang out with us.
And Jess might even enjoy watching it one day. So
Someday.
Maybe she'll ever watch it.
And until she does, that's it.
Don't
That's
read
it.
the comments.
Good night.
Okay, I'm rolling, I'm riding, rolling.
They call the hogs for me. He's never seen it. Thank y'all, man. I hate to be the guy that comes and asks y'all to do it, but I just fucking love it.